Okay, we're starting the recording.
Dicks, cocks, penises.
Yeah, I didn't check to see.
R word.
Yeah, oh well.
Stiltskin.
Yeah.
That was good. Whoever did that.
All right, so the last two sessions, one was the dinner, right? And there was some pretty tense moments for everyone at the dinner. Our wonderful Irina, our main character, so to speak, our escort quest, decided she was going to play a game of cat and mouse with one of Strahd's more jealous and volatile wives. That kind of backfired pretty hard. She was trying to appease Strahd in a way, but it was also to get back at this other lady. There's some other reasoning behind it. I'm sure she'll tell you guys eventually. Strahd left because one of the last things at the dinner that was said was that Ismark might be the Kleptange, and you approached it outside of the castle walls. He refused to believe you at first, sent someone down somewhere. You can kind of, take a guess as to where they might have gone, and came back. And shortly after that, it was dinner's over. Everybody's got to go to the room. We're exiling everyone. There'll be guards at your doors day and night from here on out. They told the rest of the party they were free to go and do as they pleased, but he would not let Irina leave because she would not be safe outside of the castle. So, what happened was he saddled up him and Anastasia and Valenta, and Escher and, Rahadin all went to, Valakai to let the Baron over there know that, hey, this is happening. This thing's out. Like, you need to double the guard, be real weary about the people that you bring in, be very careful. So he left Valenta in charge, and her first order of business, acting in good faith on the Count's wishes, to keep Irina safe, was to bring her down to the dungeon and throw her in. And everyone else had the option. You can leave her behind, or you can get in these cells. One of the two. Everybody, pretty much gun to their head, decided, I'm going to get in the cell and we'll see what happens. There was a huge portion to this I feel like I'm forgetting, and I can't remember what it is. And it was very important. So, Jesse, for the sake of everything, the Kleptange is a Ravenloftian, folk monster. And Kleptange roughly translates from their native language to shape stealer. Think of essentially The Thing, like from the movie, as a monster in this campaign. It'll assimilate somebody. It can make a perfect copy of them.
You told me about this theory craft like 6 months ago.
Yes. Yeah. So it's in here. It exists. They found it. I remember now what I was going to say. The only way, at least so far that you've been told, the only way that you can tell who is by fire. It seems to, anytime you put fire near it or burn it, it does everything that it can to get away from said fire, including blowing its disguise and,
By fire, you mean in close proximity?
To test Ismark, they held him in place. Or they held a torch out in front of him and made him grab the torch, like stick his hand into the fire and hold the ember.
Okay.
And so
she said he would, so we did it with his permission.
Yeah, Ismark currently only has the capabilities of wielding one weapon. He typically uses two. Elion's been doing some magic on him, but his hand's so fucked up, like it's not quite there. It's getting there, but it's not quite there yet.
So Ismark is not the thing.
Yeah, they've essentially
blood cabinet.
Well, and so the reason why they thought that he might have been was that they entered into a tent and Ismark's lifeless corpse was laying at the floor of the tent, like just out in there, and then it all of a sudden tendrils sprouted out from it, lifted the body up, threw the tent up onto everyone else, and then it stormed off into the woods, and nobody knows where it went. The other thing
so Ismark is in the party now.
Not recognized.
Yeah. That? Well, no, that was the Kleptanje that did it.
Oh, okay.
That's why Strahd burned his hand. It was basically like, you can either touch this torch and burn your hand, or we're going to kill you right here in front of everybody. Like, everybody's going to draw swords and you're going to die.
Okay.
The other thing, our scholar, one Trevok Bainesbeard, was sitting at dinner next to his interest, so to speak.
My interest.
Well, someone that has interest in him.
Her interest.
Yeah. One of the maid staff brings out a plate of food, sets it down in front of everyone, and nearest to Trevok, there is a note peeking out from underneath of it. He picks it up, and in front of everyone, without even remotely trying to disguise it, looks at the note, can't decipher what it says, turns to the vampire countess that has an infatuation with him, for lack of a better term, asks her what it says. The note simply read, "Help me." And that was it. They sent someone downstairs to go deal with the issue. You have not seen that woman since. She had big, bright blue eyes. Her hair was underneath a maid bonnet. I don't think anybody passed the wisdom check to recognize where she might have come from before. So we will be revisiting that later on this session. So
right.
That's our 2-month TLDR.
I'm caught up. Way more than I expected you to give me.
Absolutely. Okay, so here we get... Oh, and then lastly, the last thing that happened, you guys all got locked in these cells. They left you not necessarily alone, but there's not a guard posted at your door. There should be one somewhere around. But he's not like in the room with you.
Guards locked up in a cell across from us.
The last thing that happened, the room filled with a black ichor. Like think of it like a liquidy mist. It's pitch black. It's filled the room. As it does so, sound fades away and the blackness consumes the dungeon. I need everyone to make a con save.
You're going to have to do that.
Yeah, I got you. Reload it.
Con save?
What class am I using?
You're a paladin.
Trick question. He's an Oathbreaker paladin. Boom! We found out Dan's evil.
So I can play and
Matt rolled a 23 and I rolled a 9.
Okay.
What'd you say, save or check?
It would be a con save.
Oh.
Am I rolling a d20, Ian? Is that what I'm doing?
For me.
I got a natty 1.
I rolled it for you, and it looks like you and well, actually, I'll let you roll it because he got a shit one. So it's a +3, so you can roll a d20 and add 3 to it.
I did roll a d20.
Okay, add 3 to whatever the roll is, and then tell me what the total is.
You said it was an add 3, so 23.
Okay. Oh, okay. You rolled a nat 20. Got you. Okay.
Yep.
Nice. Trevok, what was yours?
Trevok rolled a natural 20 for 27, baby.
Nice. So
now you know why. Sorry.
The only person beneath 13 is Valkithra. Is that correct?
13.
Okay. Well, beneath 13.
Yeah.
Okay. The thick black mists fill your lungs, Valkithra, and make it difficult to breathe. You begin to panic and choke. You gasp for air. I need a wisdom save.
Where's we can't see
From
through these
everybody,
doors,
you need a
right?
wisdom save.
What'd you say, Brett?
You can't see through the.
Can you hear
There's
me?
like slits in the top, right? But I can't see Valkithra.
Yeah.
I got an 11.
You find yourself in a fight or flight mode as your chest begins to burn. Your heart races and your muscles seize, your knees buckle. Give me an intelligence check. This is for everyone. In Valkithra, Elion, and Than, you get it at advantage.
Okay.
Everybody hears me banging on the cell doors. It slowly gets weaker.
Mm-hmm.
18.
Or actually, I guess Valkithra, you would be the only one that needs to.
Said
But you
wisdom, right?
get it with yes.
ENA rolled a
21.
2. So you'll have
Oh,
to give him.
what was that last roll? I thought you said intelligence check.
No, it's it is intelligence. Yeah, sorry, and you get it with advantage. Salt.
A 19
Okay.
for me.
Okay. Ooh, it was a good thing. That time that giving yourself
Not rolling.
Fey whatever that feat is that gives you advantage on stuff. Yeah, dude. Talk about coming in clutch. Y'all are getting ready to be carrying Valkithra out of here.
Hey, I can't get my D&D Beyond to roll my.
You talking about in the game?
Yeah.
Do you have the browser still? The Beyond the Spire? You need a Chrome extension to make it do that.
Oh, motherfucker. I thought you guys saw my saving throw though.
No, we didn't. You just told us about it, which is fine. You can just tell me about it for right now. We'll iron out all the kinks at the end of the session.
I'm looking for my webcam so I can set mine up.
Fuck
but
it.
I
I'll
don't
just roll a
want that.
d20 and then do minus.
I'm manually
What is
rolling
it?
right
Minus
now.
1 for mine.
Okay. Give me a second. Let me find. Salt.
So that was another natural 20 with a -1 intelligence modifier.
Okay. Salt. The air is thick to breathe for you, and everyone in the surrounding dungeon near you can hear you gasping for air, panicked and frantic. You try and pull in any sort of breath that you can. Your head tilts back, and for a second you seem to find a small pocket that you can breathe in. You open your eyes, and as you look around, it's no longer black in the room. It's not anything. It's just the cell. It's nighttime. You at least have enough to recognize that it is dark in there, but it is no longer filled with this ichor. Would you like to say anything to your compatriots as you catch your breath?
Sure. I think.
Do we know which cell he's in?
Yeah, you would have watched him go in. I mean, if you were to try and like detail who was in what, I'd need you to give me a save. But you could hear him like coughing and hacking. You would have a general idea of where he is or where she is to where you are.
Okay.
I think there's something that can affect your mind. I saw a mist or some type of thick fog roll in, and I felt like I could not breathe, but it no longer exists.
Did we all notice the fog and stuff? Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, and as she states that the fog is receding, you all notice also that it's not there. Like within like a snap of your fingers, you realize it's just dark in there. Like this was obviously some form of illusion. And the only thing really that's different is that when you came down here, it was mid to late morning, and it's now nighttime. I guess really given how far underground you would be, you wouldn't necessarily be able to tell. But it is dark in here still. There are no torches lit. There's nothing along those lines. Like, it's still black in here, but there's not a fog in here anymore. At least not that you can tell, considering that most of you have dark sight. Let's see. Small metal clanks against the stone could be heard walking through the halls of the dungeon. They approached the first cell and stopped. Small scratching at the door in front of you could be heard before the small clank of metal on metal slowly sliding the deadbolt back into the door. With a heavy creak, the door opens, revealing nothing but the continuing patter to the next door. Ismark, you would be first. How do you react? You're muted if you're talking.
Repeat what you said one more time.
Okay. Small metal clanks against the stone could be heard walking through the halls of the dungeon. They approached the first cell on the left and stopped. Small scratchings at the door in front of you could be heard before the small clank of metal on metal and the slow sliding of a deadbolt back into the door. With a heavy creak, the door opens, revealing nothing but continuing patter to the next door. Do you wish to look around inside the darkness? Do you stick your head out of the door? Do you stay in your cell? What do you do, Ismark?
Now he's having mic problems.
Damn. It's a travesty, I tell you.
Who is there?
You hear nothing but the grating of metal on metal, like a dull scrape, and something akin to the jigsaw laugh. It was horrible, but that was as close as I could get to it.
Was that Scooby-Doo? Did y'all hear Scooby-Doo?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't do that laugh. I can't hit that register. But think of it like a child's doll, like a toy laugh.
Just this is killing me.
I mean, it might.
If thing is killing me. If you do not bring me medicine, if you do not come to let me free, then be gone. I do not wish to have your distraction.
So it opened the door, but when the door opened, you didn't see anything. There's nothing there. Do you want to poke your head out and look at it?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do. I'm switching to Kaylee's headset because I'm struggling over here with my stuff.
All right. So you peek out. There's a small metal construct, almost like an effigy, if you will. It looks like a tiny robot man with disheveled hair and a painted face. And it is casually clanking its way over to Trebok's door. It's so dark in here. You don't really believe your eyes. You're not even really 100% sure that what you are looking at is what you're looking at. Do you approach it? Do you stay where you are? Do you come out and go towards the exit of the dungeon?
Okay, so my door has been...
Your door is unlocked and opened, yes.
I will take the opportunity to slip out.
Okay.
But I will not be approaching the is it a construct?
Sure, we'll call it a construct. I believe I've referred to it as an effigy in other instances where it has where it has occurred.
Well, I will try to slink across to another cell and see if keeping my distance from it for the moment.
Okay. So do you duck across the hallway and see if you can open the door for anybody that's there?
Exactly.
Okay. You talk to me. Tell me how you do it. Yeah, hands out. You just boldly walking. Like what's the strat here?
I'm trying not to be noticed, though I don't know how reasonable that is in the space. But I will try to slink across and at least assess how the other cells are opened, or look for any keys on a hook somewhere, anything of that sort.
Okay, so outside of the door, you reach around. And you do find a padlock. Give me an investigate roll. Since it's so dark, perception wouldn't really help you.
17.
Okay, you stumble your way over here, and you find a set of keys. Would you like to gather those keys?
Oh, you're damn right I would.
Right. And I'm assuming you're going to feel your way back to a door.
First door I come to that has an ally within it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that I think feasibly would be Irina. I need. Give me a dexterity check with disadvantage because it's so dark. You don't have the ability to see in darkness, so you're pretty much just trying to kind of fumble around until you find it.
Great dexterity with disadvantage. That's a 13.
Damn. Okay. Yeah, you managed to open the door. Irina, you are now free. We go back to the other parts. Valkithra, you hear familiar clanks of metal on stone approach your door, and in the very same manner of Ismark's, you hear a turn of a padlock, a couple little fidgets of metal outside your door, the deadbolt slide within it, and then it creaks open. Do you look down at the figure at the door?
I slide up against the wall and go completely silent.
Okay. It looks at you for a second. It gives the same laugh. And it takes, it goes off over to Trayvox. Trayvox, same thing. You hear steps approaching. You hear some fumbling at your door. You've heard some less than, less than.
I didn't mean to do that.
No, it's Salt. You hear some less than inviting noises outside, but your door begins to creak open. What do you do?
I manifest echo.
Okay, so you're just going straight into it?
Sorry, am I able to manifest echo outside the door? Do I need line of sight?
For the sake of that class not being any more busted than it is, I'm going to say yes.
Okay, I'll just save the manifest echo then.
Okay.
In that case, I am going to.
Now, mind you, like you hear something fumbling at the door and it opens. The main thing I'm looking for right now is, do you look at whatever it is that's opened it, or do you just like kind of back up into your cells? Okay.
No, I want to stare. I want to look at what opened the door.
So you see a tiny figure in a little suit. It's you can make out the silhouette of it, but not whatever colors it's wearing. It's dark. You can't quite figure it out.
Okay.
You almost don't believe your eyes. Like you're confused as to what it is that you're watching.
Yeah.
It turns as it walks away. Its head, or rather its gaze, stays fixed on you while it walks away. Like its head does a complete 180 and it's walking.
And it's short like me?
Shorter, probably. I would say all in all, this thing's probably somewhere between like 18 and 28 inches tall.
Oh, damn. Okay.
It's not very large. Like you watch it walk over to Than's door and it jumps. Like it has to jump to get the key in. So it'll jump, it'll grab onto the handle, it'll pull itself up, stick the key in, turn the lock, pull the padlock out, and then it has to swing to pull the deadbolt in.
Okay.
So Than, your door opens. You see nothing other than Trevok or the silhouette of Trevok across the hallway? What do? You stick your head out the door? Are you walking out? Are you staying in the back? What are you doing?
He's gonna kind of stay in the back and hide in the shadows and just look at the door open and kind of see what he can see.
Okay. Elion, same as everybody else. I'll save the time and skip the description. You hear some shit outside the door. Your door opens up. You see nothing there. Do you step outside and look, or do you stay in your cell?
Yeah, Elion finishes reciting up Helm's prayer. He's been reciting for the last probably hour or so. He's been in here kind of methodically.
Sure.
But as it opens and he doesn't see anyone, he's gonna stand towards the door and then kind of do that, like lean out to look right and left. Obviously, you can't look left past the door, but
yeah. So as you look left, not necessarily past the door, but just maybe as far as the door would allow you to see, you see a tiny metallic figure swing itself off of the door handle. The door doesn't move much in response to it. You hear it clank. All of you hear its feet clank against the stone. It walks over to Valkithra and begins waving its arm like in a follow me motion, essentially. What do you guys do?
it wants us to follow it. Can I tell what this is? Is this any kind of like arcane energy flowing through this thing, or is it like some purely mechanized thing, or
It's a little bit of both.
okay?
Uh,
No idea what it could possibly be or anything from
so there
books. It's not
there
shady.
there is some lore to it. It hasn't really kind of come out yet. Valkithra has interacted with this thing in some fashion before.
Just gonna say that I've seen it before.
Yeah.
We can trust this.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, now we can.
And
Oh my
after
god.
hearing we
it's been
can
a pain in
trust
the ass.
this,
Sorry.
Thando kind of like stick his head out the cell just to see what's going on.
Yeah, Trevok would be curious, especially with its head doing a 180. So he's peeking out, watching this thing walk around, opening other people's cells, walking away, all that kind of stuff.
Elion will look at Valkithra after she said that. And what is it?
That I could not tell you, but it has guided me in the past, and I believe it means me no harm, at least.
Aye.
Well,
That's
ain't that
distant
good
by
for
Helm.
you then?
Well,
Why
I would
is he
hope that
staring
it
at
is
me?
good for all of us.
No, Jesse, you don't have crazy toddler noise. You're good. And then Salt, I sent you a message as well. Just not necessarily any retconning, but it's something that she would remember, and I think that it was shared, but it was also several months ago. I wouldn't expect you to remember it in real life.
Gotcha.
Oh, hang on.
While you guys are doing that, Trevok's just going to ask Valkithra, like, do you think it knows the way out?
I'm assuming since I don't have dark vision, I can't see it at all.
Yeah, you and Ismark are kind of fumbling around right now. You might as well have your eyes closed.
Valkithra will take a couple of steps out of the cell, turn around, and I'm going to cast a bonfire in my cell to light up this whole area.
Okay. Just so you know, you are in a dungeon. There's not, like, you can smell the stale air. There's not a ton of ventilation down here. So if you go to do that, smoke will fill this room up pretty quickly.
I cast Fireball.
But yeah, if that's what you want to do, let's do it.
So everybody can see this contraption person, little man thing. It was tied to Caspian's being. Its name is Piddlewick II. We had shared some time not too terribly long ago that he lets me know this information, but I had never seen Piddlewick until we were here in the castle. It drew me off in something that I thought was a dream, but I think it is more reality than dream at this point. And then I will cancel the bonfire.
Oh, after I put all them fucking things down, damn it.
Hey, you said it was going to suffocate us. I just wanted to, shed a little light on the little thing over here so that people could see Piddlewick the second.
That isn't it fun being a DM?
We're killing the floor.
We'll end up grabbing the floor in like any second. I can tell. Did the floor raise up? It did. That's
Control Z. Control Z.
so many flames to make a lifelike bonfire.
I mean, it was a great bonfire for like the 8 seconds that Valkithra had it.
We don't want to sit in the garage with the car running, okay?
All right. So
it was just so that the humans can see Piddlewick, can discern the characteristics of Piddlewick, so that you know what to look for if you see him again. Her, it, thing, contraption.
it is. You guys would have a difficult time making that out because it's clothed. Salt, you've been around it enough to know that it is a male. Well, it's portrayed as a small male. It looks sort of like a court jester, like a metal court jester, but it's in dark colors. Like there's like purple and a little red, and it has like Bozo the Clown hair, and it's bald at the top. But anyways, it's waving you. Let's see. Do I have Piddlewick? It's waving you towards the door. Do you follow?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Let me see if I have anything that would remotely resemble. I don't guess it matters. Okay, so he leads you to the door. You step out into the foyer, I guess, for lack of a better term. And it's empty. You don't know why. You're not sure what's going on. But it's empty. There's no one here. There's no guards. There's no Valenta. There's no one. It's an empty room. Without wasting any time, it marches like a toy soldier up the small stairs. When it reaches this center block here, it turns on its heel to the right and continues down this pathway and up these stairs. So what I need everyone to do is to shift click your character. And I'm going to
Shift click you.
pull all of you to the new area. Has everybody got their character shift clicked?
I'm doing it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I do both of them?
I'll pull one. What you should do is it pulls forward is to just move your mouse and then click. So who do you have, Irina? Do you have Irina? I'll grab Ismark.
Yeah.
Where do I let this motherfucker go?
I'm
at?
gonna
On the
place my
stairs?
token.
Yeah, right there where Valkithra and everybody's popping up at. It should pull you, like, your camera. Give me a second. I'm going to fetch everybody one more time.
I see.
Yeah, and then where they are, just click them down right there.
Do it.
Gonna keep a torch on, even though I don't have a torch for aesthetic
Yeah.
purposes of where the party is.
Absolutely. Okay, and I think I've got everybody here. He points you forward, begins walking.
Where is he?
It's I don't have a token for it. Let's see if I can make one. Because usually once you start trying to like literally walk everybody down, it gets like real cumbersome. It takes
You're
forever.
good. You can just tell us. I just wanted to know.
Yeah, got you. Here, do this little doll. There we go. It's adorable. Can anybody see it?
I can't.
Yeah.
Sure can.
So he
I just see another ghost.
he's like bebopping around.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes through. Yeah, I'll help you with it, man. Your folder's got your path just has to be wrong, dude. That's the only thing I could think of. Give me 1 second here. I need everyone to give me a perception check.
Is that just a D20?
It'll be for you. It'll be a D20.
We rolled a
19.
It'll be a D20 plus 1. Jesse.
We rolled a 4.
Hell yeah. You see nothing.
14.
And
Blammo! I got a natty.
Nice. Trevok only got a 19.
Okay.
The one
That's-
time I see some shit.
That's enough for me to. Damn, why is it? Oh, what the hell? I can't reveal it. Salt, you're first in line.
Yeah, I was following Piddlewickers.
Well, what I was gonna say is, you noticed you watched Piddlewick break off of his line and walk around and up. And as you approach, you realize that this tile sits slightly lower than the rest. And you think something's off. You happen to look up. There are 2 large gates above you, one in front and one literally above your head.
Okay.
You recognize that this is a pressure plate. And when you step on that pressure plate, those doors will come down and trap whoever's there inside.
Wow.
So I'm assuming everyone will now move around said trap. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay.
yep.
Indeed.
I will point
That's
it out.
good. I'm going to
I
save
don't know. I've
everybody
only
from.
got an 8 intelligence.
I mean, we can roll one right now, dude. you can take your gander. All I'm saying is that if that thing falls on you, it's going to do some damages.
It's not going to be a fun time.
Okay. All right. So everybody's going around it then. We're going to tiptoe by it.
Yes.
Okay. We are going to open. He's going to take off down that hallway to the right. I'm assuming everybody's coming with.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
It's almost comical to watch. Think of like Lord of the Rings when they would show Legolas run by and then Aragorn and they have their heroic music playing. And then all of a sudden here comes like Frodo as a little person. It's almost comical to watch this thing with such small legs try to at least move with some pace that would be little faster than your guys' normal walking speed. You hear him clomp, 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 all the way down to the end of the hall. Do you guys follow him? And if so, do you do anything while you're following him?
I will keep a lookout for more pressure plates or other traps.
All right, give me another perception check. Anybody that's looking for anything in particular, tell me what you're looking for, where, and give me a roll that corresponds with that ruling, whatever it is you're deciding to do.
I'm going to do investigation from a roguelike.
Okay. And you're specifically looking for pressure plates, tripwires, like anything that could.
Yep.
Okay.
That's the one.
Okay.
Got a 19.
I'm gonna do the same thing through perception, and instead of specifically traps, as Elion's not really versed in traps and things, just anything that would look I guess, out of the ordinary, out of place, you know? Kind of one of those hunch feelings, like, that's strange. Why is that there? 20. Not natural.
Okay. Does anybody else want to look at anything, or are you guys going to let these two just mind sweep everything?
No, Trevok has stone sense, right? So he's kind of walking and has a
Oh,
hand.
Oh, hell yeah. I love it. I love it.
He's like running his hand along the wall, like the stone walls, and like every few steps, he's like doing an extra
right back.
pressure on his foot to like
Okay.
see if like just however you want to.
I need you to roll a D100, and before you do, I need you to call high or low.
All right. I don't know. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I have my LED dice over here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to roll.
He puts his hand against the wall. It's actually steel. He can't feel anything.
Aluminum
Fucking whole
alloy.
steel castle.
I'm going to let my D20 decide if I roll high or low. So, verdict says I am rolling for high.
Okay. Go for it.
All right. D100. Here we go.
Hit it.
How do I do a D100 and beyond?
2 10s.
Here it is.
Yeah, just do 2 10s.
Or 100. Beyond has it.
And
Also-
survey says 68.
Okay, so you got high.
Called high, rolled high.
You, as we've discussed before, you've noticed that this is obsidian.
Yes.
And there's something strange about this in that it's, how can I put this? It's smooth, it's flat, it's fixed. It looks as if it were molded, like some form of clay would be to make a stone. But you know this stone to quickly turn into glass and be very jagged and incredibly difficult to work with to make it as smooth as it is currently.
Okay.
That's not what's really catching you, though. Like, not even remotely close. You notice that there's something within one of the stones, one of the obsidian, one of the glass stones, if you will. It's a little more red than it should be. Do you wish to investigate further?
Fuck yeah, I do.
Okay. Give me a perception check. And do you wish to point any of this out to your compatriots?
Yeah, so I'm gonna call it out and be like, Trevok's gonna be like, "Oi, there's something different about this stone. Is that look a little more red to you? Like this should be black. It's the obsidian glass, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it should be black. So that's what he says, and then I'm gonna roll my perception. Survey says 11. Oh, 12. Sorry.
Okay. There's definitely something that you can see in there. As it currently stands, unfortunately, though, you do not have any way to get into. I mean, if you do, I can't think of it, and you'll have to tell me. There is something in that glass. Do you wish to try and get into it?
How about like if you have a foggy mirror and you like hoff the mirror and like rub your sleeve on it? Would that help to like clarify, see if it's like surface level or? I mean, I've got 8 intelligence, so that's just what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go, and then
Okay, so you're gonna like polish it, try and get some of the dirt away.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also just kind of point that out to the rest of it, like right here. You guys see this? And that I'm like,
you polish it and you notice it's a little more red, but there's not enough light penetrating the obsidian for you to really tell.
gotcha.
Does anyone else want to go and take a look?
Yeah, if you call it out, I'll take a gander.
Okay. Does anybody have any way or want to do anything to illuminate where they are currently? So, mind you, as it stands, Ismark and Irina still can't really see. There's not enough light in here, enough ambient light for them to be able to tell what's going on.
Do not know what they're talking about. I can see fine.
All right.
These sconces, do they have lit torches in them? They appear to.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, there's a lit torch in that one over. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Oh, yonk.
Totally snagging one of those.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Feel free to turn on your character torch. I'll do it for you. Okay. Trayvon, the stone that you're looking at is like up here. This would be where your character token would need to be.
Sorry, where?
Where the light is.
Oh, I see it now. Okay.
Yeah. So this is where you and Elion are looking at.
Whoop.
Okay. Ismark, you have gathered a torch, a lit torch. What are you doing? Are you going to move forward with everyone else? Are you checking on Irina? Are you trying to catch up to Piddlewick? Like, what are y'all doing?
We're definitely trying to stay with the group.
Okay.
And Trayvok was calling for somebody to come look at that mirror. Let's just see how much light that obsidian drinks up.
Okay. So you'll move. Yeah. Oh no. You guys, the castle 8 is marked. Okay. With the introduction of the new torch, within the wall are 3 dark red glinting stones. Pravok, you see them immediately. They're rubies.
All right.
So the real question is now, how do you guys get them out?
I don't plan on stealing rubies out the wall of a person's house.
So I should remind you, as it might be ever present to all of your characters, even though it's been several months.
Come on, lads. We got a coin to our name.
3 rubies, flower from the Gothias tree, an obsidian mortar pestle, a hair of a loop guru, and I feel like there are 3 hair of a loop guru, and I feel like there was one other item were reagents that you needed to make the potion that Madame Ava told you needed to travel beyond the mist. You have found 3 rubies. They're just in a wall currently.
Guys, please don't leave this up to my 8 intelligence.
Yeah, I don't think
I was
anyone can
just-
steal from people.
I was
Against his
just
moral
checking my
compass, man.
notes.
Anyone
Oh, I
pop
found
it out with a sword?
You know, nobody has weapons right now.
Oh, that's right.
I found the notes. So you're right. 3 rubies to grind up, 3 hair of a loot guru, and a flower from a Gothias tree at Yesterhill. That was it. There wasn't no 4th one.
Was it 3 rubies ground with obsidian with an obsidian mortar pestle? Was that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is correct.
Perhaps it's best to knock that off the list early, as the last item seems more difficult to acquire.
Where else are we just gonna find 3 rubies just sitting here waiting to be plucked?
Probably a chamber pot if we give you enough time.
We need to sell his shit if it turns into rubies.
Hey, don't tempt me, lad. It's been a bit.
I just wouldn't be surprised if he consumed some at some point
since
in
my
his
last
life.
squat.
And they just haven't passed yet.
Makes your doo-doo sparkle.
Yeah.
Makes your poo-poo sparkly.
I shit rubies, bro.
Please
I could imagine you being like fucking super aggressive about that. Like, I fucking shit rubies, bruh. Easy principle.
So let's do this. Would we be like hearing anything around us if we don't have anything? Doesn't seem like we could really.
There is a
that easily, or maybe
small
we're just
bit
fine with
of
our fingers,
commotion
but-
that you can hear, but like
Okay.
it's hard to make out right now. You
But-
feel free to roll a perception check and determine, but it's not
But I mean
close
to the
enough that you
effect
would
of,
be
like, whenever we heard Piddlewick running down the hallway, was it pretty much just like we just hear Piddlewick? That kind
That's
of.
what I'm saying. Like, there might be some commotion that you hear, but you're not sure what it is or where it's at. Like, it sounds. You hear something happening, but you're not sure what it is or where.
Okay. Piddlewick, come here. Maybe we can make use of your hands.
It stops for a second, looks at you, and comes darting back.
I want to pick up Piddlewick and see if he can grab the rubies. I want to hold him out like a little baby doll.
When I
Towards
say
rubies.
that they're in the wall, they're like encased in the wall.
Like a mosquito in ember.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm,
Like on
Piddlewick, turn
motherfucking
on
Jurassic
the
Park.
drills and drill this
Jurassic
shit
Park
out.
Yeah.
Does he look like, in the light of this, Mark, does he look like he would have anything that we could take off of him temporarily that we could chisel with?
No. He has clothes and is metal. That's about the extent of it.
Trevok, if you turn your ass up against the obsidian and you fought really loudly, will the ripples shatter this obsidian?
I don't know if that's a good idea, lad. Last time I strained myself, I ended up needing new pants.
I'm a lass, thank you.
That's how I ended up wearing these bell bottoms, or I don't know what I would call them. Is that what I'm still wearing?
We
am I
got you
dinner
fitted
attire?
because of the dinner party.
Yeah, you're in dinner attire. Yeah, but they still don't fit.
Oh, you motherfuckers.
You guys will kill Strahd, and Strahd's pants will fit perfectly. That'll be the
There
only
we
time
go.
you get. We're gonna run that meme to the end, dude.
Let's go. I'm down for it.
Dude, I wouldn't be surprised if Anastasia starts pulling out threads with her teeth. Like, let me just cinch this up for you.
Yeah, she did specifically tell him that she couldn't wait to drink the spilled beer from his beard.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, she got real creepy with it.
Also, I think your seamstress got eaten before she was done.
I think so.
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know that, but
But okay. So is there anything anybody's doing? Because I gotta prod us along here if we're gonna be done
Well,
by 10.
Can anyone see if there's maybe a magical aura around them that maybe that's what the casing is?
They look just like all the other ones. It just looks like the inside of Saruman's tower, but there just happens to be some red light glinting off of this one brick.
Elion's looking a little puzzled at it. Looks towards the group.
can I test the brick to see if the whole brick can just come loose?
I mean, sure, you can try. You can give it a strength check and see if you push it back, or if you can push it back.
Right. So that's going to be D20 plus 4. So that will be a total of 16.
You go to push, it does not budge.
Damn. Like I said, I don't want to strain myself. I don't want to shit myself again.
No. I think this is something better left for later. We will. It's hard to tell what floor we're on, where we're at. I think we just move on. Maybe we try to make a note of where this is.
So we're just going to leave 3 rubies just sitting here?
I do know a spell that essentially shoots a bolt of light, but it might be loud and it could damage them.
Give me 1 second to pull Hunter in because he's here now. I have to pull everybody back to where they were. So, actually, hold on. I'll just move him out here and then I'll fetch everybody right where they are.
Yay!
Brother.
Brother,
Mm.
put your shoulder into this.
You missed it. We started out the session with 3 natural 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Not
True.
fan.
Now, I will say, if you were to look a little further down the hallway, there is a protruding handle right here.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, we probably would have seen this one too. Or the shit. I'll put my character in front of this one here. Do we see this door as
Yes. Yeah.
is Mark rolled by it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I fucking didn't even see that door, dude, right next to us. That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like that sometimes.
Ismark, can you try that door? Maybe I should check for traps first. I'm not sure. I think the pressure plate back there, especially in this hallway, seems to be the only thing I've noticed, but I do not know if it is because we were contained. Perhaps that was just a last measure of containment for that area. I'll come up here and I'll kind of feel around like the hinge, kind of work like small fingers between the door cracks, frames, just really slyly, I guess, in a way to see if I can't feel for traps.
Brett, that's from your
Okay.
roll from earlier. Salt, you see
Totally
nothing.
safe.
Yeah, it's absolutely safe.
Ismak, I feel as if there's nothing here. I did not feel any wires. I do not even feel a lock, actually. If you would like to try to give that a budge with your lights, and maybe we can enter this area here.
Yeah.
Perfect. I trust you completely. I
There's-
open the door.
There's totally nothing wrong here. You open it.
It's a mimic.
Door opens. There's more lit torches. This looks to be
Oh, lit
a
torches.
kitchen's quarters. It's filled with fine foods. Perhaps as a meal that you were supposed to get. Yes, it's filled with.
Is there cutlery?
Yeah. There's a big spoon. No. Another big spoon. No. There is a big cleaver right here.
Yep.
And I don't see. I mean, there's a couple mugs and some flask and stuff, but as far as anything other than spoons and that one cleaver, the answer would be no.
So just a cleaver, no other chef knives or anything?
Nope.
What
I'm
about that
looking for sharpening.
sword-looking thing sticking out of the table? Is that just aesthetically pleasing?
You talking about right here?
No, just to the right of that. Well, yep.
Okay.
Looks
You
like
see
a
a
dagger.
potion, and
Yeah.
then like a.
Okay, yeah, that would be like a chef's knife.
What about the bundle of carrots?
Those are there. I do remember the maps are as you see them.
Guys, I am
How,
a fucking idiot.
It's a
It has
big
been
ass
so
spoon.
long since we have played. Valkithor always has a weapon.
Yeah.
How big is this table?
She absentmindedly in front of this table is just like, oh, fuck, a pumpkin. So starving. And she calls her, and she just chops it in half. And then she looks at it and she's like, ooh, I probably could maybe use this on that obsidian. Internal monologue as she pauses, pulls up half of the pumpkin and takes a bite while walking back out. And I'll say, Pravok, maybe perhaps I could, I don't know, take a few whacks at this. It might be loud. But perhaps it is worth it. We do need rubies, as Madame Ava said.
Okay, so you gonna hit it?
I'm gonna
Just be
get the
careful, lad.
general consensus from Trevok
Do
here.
it.
Just be careful. This stuff ain't nothing to toy with. It's not
What do you-
easy to. It's not. This stone. It's not easy to work with.
So you think don't go at it at an angle like I'm chopping wood, but maybe straight on, or
I'd say think of it like a block of ice.
then I definitely do not want to glance off of it. I would say stand back just in case.
Boop,
It
boop,
may
boop.
be around the corner for the rest of us. And I'm totally nabbing that cleaver, by the way.
Okay.
I will try to get it like as squarely blade to point as possible. Just like you said, just like ice. Like I don't want it to glance off, well, or anything like that. I want to try to get it as straight as possible.
Okay. Roll attack roll. Matt, I'm getting ready to send you something also.
Greyvok braces.
I get an 11.
Okay. So you hit it with the blade or with the back of it, like on the blunt side? How are you doing it? You hit
Oh
it
no,
with the
there's
pommel?
the blade.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to like just sink it in a little bit and see if I can't like chip some of it away.
Okay, so are you not hitting it super hard then? You're just kind of like tapping it?
No, I'd probably say like I'm giving it a pretty good go. Probably not like my full force as far as like I just want to shatter the shit out of it. I think
Mhm.
it's more like I need to test it, but I also don't want to like deflect it off into. That's why I told him to back up. Like I don't want to deflect it
Gotcha.
off into anybody or anything like that. So I'd say she's doing it very like timidly.
Okay. As you do so, you do knock away a decent chunk of this wall. But you and only you notice essentially what would be like cyan embers scraping away from the axe head. Do you wish to investigate?
Shit, yeah. I
Okay,
think it's
go
the
ahead
first
and
thing I've ever seen with my axe doing anything.
okay. Go ahead and investigate. Or roll an investigation.
That did not roll in game. I got a 16 though. I think I know why I'm gonna disable the 3D dice. I was just reading about that. I can figure out where that was.
You managed to get one free in your first run through.
All right. I'll hesitate a moment, and I will look at Trevok and I will say, I do not think my blade can sustain damage against this. It is as if the wall is fighting back. I've never seen anything take. It's never dulled the blade of my axe like this is.
I don't think normal obsidian normally reacts like that.
I do not think anything here is normal.
One of
I
you
could-
finger wigglers, get over here and check to see if maybe there's some magic protecting this thing.
I think paladins get detect magic, right?
I don't know about
Clerics and
5e
paladins.
paladins.
Clerics and paladins. Okay. Does
I-
anybody have
I
it
do
prepped?
not have detect bang.
I think Than
It's
does.
a ritual for clerics.
I have detect something, but I think it's detect. It's divine
Yeah,
sense,
you
not
detect
detect
good.
anything.
Okay.
At least equipped right now.
Do you want to
I
try and
rolled-
use divine sense?
With that, I forget what the description for this is.
I rolled an Arcana, but I will say up front, I am not trained in Arcana.
Okay. What did you get? What was your roll?
I got a 13.
Okay.
I'll roll on Arcana too on that.
You're not necessarily sure what it might be, although you find it very peculiar given the nature of your weapon that this would have some sort of effect on it. Perhaps maybe they were made from the same material.
Fair enough.
Oh shit.
I could try a divine sense. I just don't know. That'd be more up to you, because it's presence of strong evil or powerful good, and then.
Yeah, based
what was
on
it
that,
said
no,
right
because
there?
this is.
The
Well, I mean, there
it
is
also
there is
detects
a
the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated.
so there would obviously be a
Yeah.
feeling of great evil. I would say the last time I remember you using divine sense, it was you were finding ways to tune out the noise, so to speak. Like anytime you used it before, it was overwhelming. That's it tampered to the point where you were able to start being able to discern things again. However, right now, as you use it, assuming that you're using it, it's like having the static in an old TV on high. Like it's almost deafening and it's nearly blinding. Like the first thing you do is put your fingertips to your temples as you step in to try and sense whatever evil this is, and it is overwhelming to say the least. Brett, you were wanting to do an Arcana check?
Yeah, on the wall, but I rolled a 3.
Okay, yeah. You've not seen anything.
Before I walk back out there, that book on the table, what is it?
Book on the table. Book on the
In
table. Book on
the
the table.
room that we opened?
That would be a cookbook.
Is it in common?
No, it is in Balakian, but it is a cookbook, that is in Balak, which you could assume would mean it is recipes meant for the fruits of the land, so to speak.
Yeah, I'm taking it.
Okay, all right. So go ahead and just mark it down in your notes. You have a Balakian cookbook.
I'm gonna just stuff it like under my fucking shirt. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like,
so essentially, what that'll do, and put this in your notes because I'll definitely forget this. What that does, and mind you, there are some steps to this. I can't give you them, but they're pretty easy to point out. That will give you, or its bearer, +3 to survival checks that have to do with cooking.
okay.
And actually, it would be +3 to survival checks that have to do with cooking and with gathering. Because there'll be little pictures of like what the flowers and all the different plants look like that would be edible.
Alrighty. So +3 to cooking. So what was that on?
Is +3 to survival checks that involve cooking, and that includes foraging.
Sweet.
Okay. Does it Ismark? You have a cleaver.
Off from work. Give me a second.
Did you hear him?
It said something about work, I think.
He's on call at the hospital, and they're calling him to ask a question about
Oh,
the drug
gotcha.
that they're probably using. So he just said, "Hold on, just a second."
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Or I can try to answer for him if.
Basically, the only thing I was saying was if you wanted to try and take a couple whacks at the wall.
I'm sure he would.
Okay.
I can roll for him.
Yeah, I need strength rolls for you can try it as many times as you like. Each time there will be a percentage chance of that weapon breaking.
Has any, out of curiosity, because I have not been
He
here.
rolled a dirty 20.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. I need you to call it high or low.
Ooh, I think I'm gonna do a roll as well, or to call it.
Smart.
Okay, so it's gonna be high.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll do high.
Okay. Ooh, 42. It was
Ooh.
low. The
Yikes.
cleaver breaks.
No.
But go ahead.
Just as all they're doing that, Elion's gonna ponder again and say, "I do know a spell I haven't tried yet that maybe could whack at this wall without breaking your items."
Okay. The cleaver is broken. You got the second ruby out of the wall.
Oh.
Feel free to. I think I see where you're going, Brett. Feel free to continue cooking because I like what you got going on.
But I
So-
did succeed with getting the jewel out of the wall.
Elion's going to kind of space people back from the wall a bit, giving it enough space, and then stick his hand out and chant some hell mystic stuffs, and I'm gonna cast a spiritual weapon.
Okay. Ooh.
And
That's a auto succeed on what you're trying to do. Just tell me how you're doing it. Give us the visual.
it's going to form up a hammer, just like matching kind of the one he has on his back.
Okay.
The helm's fist engraved right at the top of the head.
Mm-hmm.
And with a blue hue and a floating buoyancy to it, and it'll swing back and clash into the wall.
Okay. And how long does that last for?
Give me a second. I can tell you.
And again, I want to reiterate here: the only two people with weapons is Valkithra with her axe and Ismark's damaged, or I guess broken cleaver.
It lasts
One, the
for
spiritual weapon.
the duration, or 1 minute.
1 minute. Okay. So yeah, it'd be long enough.
Concentration.
That would definitely be enough to get the third one out. So you guys now have 3 rubies.
Yay!
All right. Almost impatiently so, Piddlewick looks to all of you and is like waving frantically for you to follow. And he continues back on down the hallway.
Elion shuts the door we opened.
Okay.
Hold on. Trayvok smells food. He runs inside and stuffs some food in his pockets and then leaves.
Okay. Add 1 ration to your thing.
We did not see anything that would resemble a mortar and pestle in there, would we?
No, one of you has some information on where that would be. I'll share that at another time, or at least in private with the player. Give me 1 second.
Well, seeing Trayvok run in, grab food, and run out, and Elion close the door, Than's going to pick up the spoon and the bone and walk out, close the door behind him.
Oh, I wouldn't have closed you in there, you dumbass.
I've been standing here the whole time.
That's what I was gonna
He also
say.
said that there was
As we're leaving, he would
a
close the
kitchen
door.
knife stand.
The spoon and the bone, my good sir.
Is there already a
Elion
rush?
screams to you as you're picking up food for yourself. You better pick me some.
Wait, time out. Did anyone look inside the weird purple cauldron? Been meaning to
No,
ask
not
that.
really.
I'm
You were
sniffing
standing
it.
at it. Were
I'm
you?
giving it a big yeah. That's why I was like,
Go for it.
He's drawn by the shiny things.
Brett, does that jog your memory at all? That message I just sent you?
I remember the talk. I couldn't tell you about a single thing from it, to be honest.
Okay. All right. I have it uploaded. I'll have to go back and watch it because there was something else that was really important for you to go there, story-wise.
Yeah. Her deceased mother was there.
Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Well, she's here. You don't know that she's deceased. She's here within Ravenloft, and she's at that
I thought that
window.
was like the thing. I thought she told me she was dead.
Okay,
maybe that was like
yeah. I'll have to go back and double check to retcon all that.
I got notes too. We can
Okay,
definitely do both.
All right. Is there anybody that wants to do anything else before we move forward?
The cauldron, please, God, the cauldron.
Yeah, fair.
I sniff it.
Well.
And I'm not talking the chemically safe shit.
I just want to watch and make sure that nobody's following us. on the lookout for, as far as I can see. I know I can't see very far, but see if there's anybody in the shadows as we are going.
As you're looking around, Irina,
Mhm.
it's eerily quiet. So the one thing that occurs to you, you were thrown in a jail cell to be kept safe from something that you've seen, but you're not, this has always been a folk tale to you, and all of a sudden it's real. There's no guards. You're walking freely around the castle. You were put into a cell and placed there due to an increased sense of danger among those that run the land, and it's empty. Like you hear some commotion kind of off in the distance, but you would expect there to be more happening around where you're at, and it's not. Like, and as time goes on, that becomes more concerning to you. On top of that, you're somewhere in a very small but incredibly fancy kitchen. You can't help but think that, well, actually, give me perception. I need perception from everyone that's been inside the kitchen, which is Ismark, Valkithra, Thand, and Elion and Trevok. I think it's everybody but Irina.
And
You said perception?
Yep.
All right.
I rolled a 10.
Oh,
Okay.
poop. I also rolled a 10.
I rolled for Matt. He got another call, and he rolled a 13.
Okay.
I don't know where to check my rolls. Because I'm trying to use alchemy, but
You go to skills.
no, yeah. I can't see like
Should be
the
in here.
log of
Oh,
chats.
that's weird.
Yeah, that is weird. You rolled a 3 total.
Okay.
Hell
yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds very
So,
Welcome back, man.
Kaylee, can you read Matt's Discord stuff? If not, I'll just send it directly to you.
I can.
Okay.
Just have to walk over to the other side. But yes, I can.
Who's Tiffany 6969?
So
I've been watching too many of those TikToks about phone swapping.
Than smell anything? He'd be smelling this cauldron, like basically snorting it.
There are
That noise, exactly.
There are some carrots. You see a big bulb of floating cabbage, and there's some undefined meat bits in there.
Is it got like an open flame under? Is it hot, or it just been like sitting there?
Yeah, no, it's cooking. It's not quite boiling, but you can feel the heat coming off of it. Looking around, you can tell that they've let the fire die down a little bit. So whatever this is has been cooked, and they're letting it kind of stew off to be ready to serve.
And 2 more things, and Thand is ready to go wherever. How that bone I see on the table? How long is that? Like club-like, or
yeah,
you talking like?
Yeah, I mean that's probably it would be yeah, it's probably about a foot and a half long. If you wanted to,
like small, like short club type shit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm taking that.
Okay.
I've returned to caveman. Step 2. I'm grabbing. How many tankards can I hold in each hand?
3
in each hand. Oh fuck yeah! I'm taking.
or
like 3 total.
So you grab, that's 3 in each hand. You grab 3 tankards in your left hand, and you go to reach with your right hand, and you're holding a sword, and you knock all 3 of them off.
Motherfuck! Brother! He's gonna be calling out in the hallway.
It is the same sword with the windmill and the hilt.
Where the fuck did you get that sword from?
I was reaching for tankards.
No one listens to me when I
And
speak.
it was here.
I say, don't touch things. Y'all touch things, and look what happens.
You guys
I
touched the
point towards
rubies.
I haven't touched a single ruby.
All right, not exactly fair. Right, well, you wished it to get the rubies. Commanded it.
You have a cursed sword attached to you, Than. That's pretty
With that-
apparent, right? Like that's
Yeah.
there's no way
I
like that.
feel like
that
at this point,
no,
yeah.
I'm asking Ian.
Yeah.
That's 100% like I Elion's not a wizard or anything, but like he's fucking read enough alchemy books and studied enough that like that's got to be
Yeah.
a curse.
There's something off-putting about that.
Yeah.
There's also, you would know enough as his brother to know there's been some times where he's not himself.
So, last thing I
You
do
start
before I-
acting dicky again, and we're gonna have to
I'm back.
do something about that sword.
All right, listen. I'll take care of it once and for all. Dan's gonna take the sword, stick it in the cauldron, grab 3 tankards.
Okay.
Got
You stick it in the cauldron, it stays on the side. And it's just sitting there in the boiling water. Now you notice that the color of the soup changes. It goes from a vivid purple to a dingy and almost septic-like brown.
Brother, do you see this? Kithra, anyone? What do you make of this?
Why did you put the sword in it?
I'm gonna leave it there.
You fucking
soak.
threw the sword down a river and it came back. You think leaving it in a bubbling cauldron is gonna stop it from returning?
It has vegetables.
Brother.
Wait, are we talking about the cauldron?
The
Yes.
cauldron has Than's
This-
cursed sword in it.
Dan's gonna
And
take
now
this
it's-
sword and kind of swirl around this one. Yes.
It has
Don't
vegetables.
drink that. That's cursed soup now.
Oh, that's
no,
why I
no,
have.
no.
That's.
Shit.
Oh, I
That
didn't
was
think about
great.
that, brother.
You didn't
That's why I
even
have the
skip a
tankards.
beat. That was awesome.
Dan's just gonna hold up the 6 tankards. He has 3 in each hand, and then he's gonna fill them up.
Do not drink that fucking
No.
soup.
Doesn't Trevok have like a
gonna
cooking
throw it
skill
at
or
people.
something?
Yeah, you do. You have proficiency with the cooking stuff. Yeah, a cooking kit, a mess kit, I guess is what they refer to it as.
Would that help me to determine anything specific about the cauldron?
The
that we
cauldron
used, or-
looked like it might have been some kind of stew, and then he put his sword in it, and now it looks pretty putrid.
Oh.
But no, it wouldn't allow you to discern whatever it was just happened.
Okay, I gotcha. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
The sword did it. Elion's calling from the door. Now get the fuck out of there.
I'm coming. He's gonna kind of
You just
carefully walk out as to not spill any of the nasty murk water.
Why did you bring
I
6
told you.
tankards of that?
I'm going to throw it at people.
That is preposterous.
I like it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like it.
Dan's gonna look down and say, "Well, I got a big bone, and I'm not taking that sword." So
We had a whole discussion on the rule of cool earlier at lunch. I'll allow it.
You're going to be spilling sloppy juice all down the hallways. They're going to track us.
I'm careful.
All right. Is everybody ready to move forward?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess. Trevok's gonna stay with the non-dark vision peeps and have them like.
Okay.
follow him.
Piddlewick turns and starts racing up the steps.
Elion closes that kitchen door as Than comes running out with 6 tankards. I imagine he's got like, 2 in like his hands, and then he's got like the 2 more like sandwiched between them. You know what I mean?
On the contrary,
I got 6.
you look into the cauldron and you see 3 floating tankards. And as Than goes to pass you, he has the sword in his hand.
I'm not even going to be surprised. The most plain look on Elion's face because I fucking told you that wasn't going to work.
What was going to
Look at your yeah. And he
Dan,
closes
do
the
you
doors.
put it back in the cauldron?
No, I'm just gonna take it at this point. I'm gonna throw the bone in there though. Don't need
Okay.
that.
All right.
That's the utensil bone.
I'm taking 3 of the tankards though. They're still with me.
All right. So Piddlewig is taking off up the stairs. He's like, so here's where he turned up. I'm assuming everybody's going to follow.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and move your tokens up by him. Get ready to shift your camera a little bit.
Uh,
How do I shut my camera?
Yeah, you got to turn around and fart on it real good, dude.
Mhm.
Takes
you got to lift a really
so
heavy
much
painting
skill,
first.
dude. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you
Okay, it's a
gotta.
really big stir shit.
Oh, I remember the shift click thing you can do.
Yeah, mind you, it's gonna like
Huge.
this is part of it being overly intricate. So I have text for this.
Where did he go?
The tombs.
He way
Read
up here,
for
brother.
the Elder Scroll.
Where the fuck are this? Are there? What? Where?
Yeah, just keep going up. I did that. I was
Yeah.
like, wait,
Oh,
where
there I
at?
am. Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't find where I was at, so I had.
Oh, what the fuck?
It's like an extra long stair set. Oh yeah, wait, what the fuck?
All right, are we ready?
No. Wait for
Okay.
me. I got little legs. God damn it.
Yeah, I see. I got you. You're all the way up here. You just gotta.
Damn, really tiny legs.
All right, and then I gotta get Ismark really quick.
Taking them
Did
shits
you
half
move
step at a
Ismark?
time.
Yeah, I got him.
Thank you.
Where'd I go?
All right, we're all here and accounted for.
Yeah, I need
All right.
the green
It's
thing.
time to change the mood a little bit.
Are you playing music?
No.
Oh. Okay.
In the servants' entrance, just at the top of the stairs, is a stern reminder for those in rags to obey those with riches. Chained to the wall, hanging some several feet from the floor, is a small gnomish woman with blonde hair. Trevok would know this woman as his tailor, Lanji Kinesguard. Lanji hangs by her ankles upside down from the wall. Her wrists have been cut, and a small funnel and hose-like contraptions have been fixed to her hands. To her right is a young woman in servant's garbs. She looks to be 18 or 19 years of age with brown hair. Wait. What the fuck? With brown hair, give me a second. It's not lining up. Notes.
He was high as fuck when he wrote this.
Okay.
Guys.
She hangs by her wrist with her feet nearly 4 feet from the floor. I need an investigate or perception from anyone who wishes to look closer.
Oh,
I will
perceptive.
investigate.
Okay. Go ahead and give me the roll.
Trevok would also investigate.
I got a 13 for perception.
Okay.
Irene a
Yeah.
15.
Investigation or
Okay.
perception. Let's
I got a
rolling
15.
good tonight.
Am I sand or am I
13
not?
for
Fuck.
Ismark.
I got a 7.
I am sand. I got a 7.
There's enough successes for the entire party to see it. You see a wide smearing of blood against the wall by her feet. Upon inspection, you see that the bottom of the foot had been cut cleanly and rather deep. Though her foot looks surprisingly clean when compared to the wall, almost as if the foot itself had been licked clean.
What's that dog's name?
Fuck, I don't remember anymore.
You're the one who said its name, so
Yeah, I'd have to go back and look.
Velcrax or some shit like
Yeah.
Kilgore. Not Kilgore.
No,
Villamite.
not Kilgore.
Piddlewig essentially ignores the two women hanging on the wall, giving the roles. You would both, or I should say all of you, Ismark, you in particular, would recognize that the the young woman hanging by her wrists looks a lot like Mad Mary. And it takes you only a moment to recognize that and then realize that this is Gertruda. And not only is this Gertruda, this was the same woman who dropped down the plate with the note underneath of it that Trevok found. Way to go, Trevok. You killed Gertruda.
Yeah, way to.
Yeah, dude.
I don't care. I'm still
So much for completing that quest, you know.
Yeah, sorry. I still did a front flip over a fence.
It's
so.
true. Yeah. The person that ate shit on that no longer is in the party, so there's that. Ironically, now that I think about it, he also died failing athletics checks. Like, that was super fucking foreshadowing. Like,
How poetic.
Anyways, you hear Piddlewick push one stone in. You hear the scraping of glass against glass. And then he jumps and he pushes the torch here. He grabs the bottom of it and he twists it. When he does so, a door opens up. And he steps through to the other side. And if you guys give me just a second, you will all step through to the other side.
That's funny.
I was thinking the same shit, Salt.
Oh.
I'm alone in the chair. Oh,
Right.
God, where am I?
Piddlewick,
Before we left out of that room, could I have actually tried to look at those documents on the table?
Absolutely.
Were they in common, or I'm assuming probably not?
No, they're in Baylock. You would know by looking at them, though, they look very similar to a ledger. You've looked at enough of them within the clergy to know that there's some kind of schedule, some kind of ledger. It's something. You can tell there's like a list of names or what you would perceive to be names, and then there's numbers on the other side of the page.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll leave them. I don't want to make it too obvious we came through here.
All right, so Piddlewick is racing down the stairs. At this point, you can hear some commotion. Only for the sake of it remaining in character, only two of you would know what's happening. Since you are both sitting there at Kaylee's computer, I'll just let you guys. Okay. So all of you at this point hear shouting in the distance, like several people shouting. Piddlewick is going to continue through here into the chapel. I do want to point out that the chapel is the only portion so far that we've come across the entire campaign that is not how it sees on the board. It's been cleaned up and taken care of.
I have an entire session called HGTV Chapel Edition.
Yeah. So this has been taken care of and cleaned by Thand and Elion.
And in 30 minutes, it's completely done. No commercial break.
Yeah, and consecrated. This was the chapel. Strahd mentioned this at the dinner.
Yeah,
he had them consecrate this altar to him and prepare the chapel so he could marry Irina in here. So it is very nice looking.
He left that part out when he asked us to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I've been here before.
As he does, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, the helm.
Oh, not this place.
The helm. Okay, I thought you said to him.
No, the
Hey.
helm. That was like the one condition I would do it, but it had to be for helm.
Doesn't Elion
Well,
just
she's
have
gonna give him helm after they're married.
that ghost servant, the other realmer?
He has unseen servant.
Yeah, unseen servant.
Okay.
And he would need to cast that. I don't remember. Did I give that to you as a ritual spell, or was that just something
No,
that would
you
take a
told me
level
it
2?
would. I thought you said it wouldn't.
Okay,
But maybe
I
it
couldn't
did.
remember.
I can't quite remember.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch that session too. I can't remember
Yeah.
if it took.
I don't know. I thought you said it was a free action.
I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
well, like it's
I think it is a free action because I put stipulations on it. Like it's
Yeah,
not able to
it's
trip traps and
not-
shit like that.
yeah, it's not
Because
like
didn't he do it once already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think anyone can see him, right? I think
No, it's only yeah, you can't even see him. That's right. And then on top of that, well,
Did Baron see him?
no,
Maybe.
Okay.
No.
I think Fan and Elion are the only.
no. There's some canonical reason to it all. But yeah, that's basically it. So, anyways, Piddlewick continues to move forward. Does anybody have anything before we move forward?
Yeah, pretty sure like we just agreed to use like a glorified mage hand, you know what I mean?
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
Well, if this place has been cleaned up, I don't really see anything to investigate around here, right?
No, I mean
just
it's Bremen property. It is the church.
Yeah.
Piddlewick seems to be charging you guys towards all of the commotion, but it's also towards the front door. Does anybody remember what happened by the front door?
No.
Isn't that
They
where we
took our
got stopped
weapons.
and they took all of our stuff?
That is where you got stopped and they took all of your stuff.
I was
Hey
gonna say,
lads,
it's a
isn't
really
this
cool
where they
party.
took all of our stuff?
Yeah, be the front door.
Matt, Kaylee, if you guys are talking, you are muted. I've not heard you guys in a while.
We are not. We're listening. We just flipped our microphones up.
Okay, cool. All right. I sent you a message.
For a while.
Oh, you're good, dude. No worries. I sent you guys a message. Since you're the only two that understand Baylock, you would understand at least most of whatever it is they're trying to say. Do you wish to share any of that with the party?
We can share it. It's telling them, guys, they're shouting, "Hold the door!" They are trying to come through.
What?
Someone is storming
Who?
the castle.
Well, I'm glad I took the sword now.
Right now.
And these 3 tankards of dirty water.
So, Piddlewick pretty much sprints down the hallway. You notice
The Hell Knights.
there's a series of guards. Like they don't even really seem to notice you as you approach. They've locked the door. There's a heavy, like a railroad tie, basically, like a 6x6 by I don't know 10 feet long bar that they're trying to put on the door, and you can hear it smashing, and that bar is splintering, and the door is held for now, but may not be held for much longer. What is everyone
here to help with the door?
As Piddlewick slides to a stop, he begins furiously pointing at the box with all of your weapons in it.
You mean the ones that were stolen? Or no, the ones that were taken?
Yeah,
Confiscated.
it is this box right here.
Elion will run over and start dishing out everyone's weapons.
Okay. As it stands right now, everyone is rearmed. Unless you specifically state, I'm not taking the weapons.
Damn, I was.
I'm not taking my weapon.
Okay. You have yours already.
Yeah.
What does
The
Treyarch
evil
even have?
laugh.
He just has a club
Stop
or
laughing. I'm
something?
gonna throw
Yeah,
these
I
dirty
think
bullets at you.
you have I want to say it's a broken weapon, actually. It was a mace that had broken, and you're just using the haft of it to like bop people with.
Like blunt force, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pulling up my alchemy inventory again real quick. 1 sec.
Yeah, I never added mine to my.
That's all Treyarch
sheet.
has.
Yeah. I think somebody gave him a short sword, but it was essentially the same damage.
I have a
Maybe he
question.
broke the short
That's
sword.
right. I broke my first one, but I did get a short sword when we were at that.
Yeah,
when we were, I think,
Ismark gave it to you.
yeah, Ismark's house or something, right before we left Ismark's house, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so everyone is rearmed.
Wait, Trayvok only has. Does he have a real weapon or just a stub?
Yeah, I think he's
It's
got a
short sword.
Yeah.
Okay.
Piddlewick wastes no time turning around like on his heel and running back the way that he came. Like, you could stay here and help these guys if you wish. He's bolting.
I sent you a message on.
Okay.
Brother, what do you think?
I believe we
I'm-
follow the little man.
I'm somewhat inclined to help, but also
Anyone
they put
dumb
me in
enough-
a cage.
Not that little man, he points toward the group towards the door, but that one, he points towards Fiddlewick the Second. That one got us out of the cells. These guys are gonna leave us in there. Anyone dumb enough to storm this castle is either A, got some massive fucking balls, or B, is incredibly dangerous.
Praise him. Let's go with the Piddlewick the second.
Okay.
We're out.
I feel that's like a key word to just get Elliot to be like, fuck yeah, that one.
All right.
It
So
is
yeah,
one of
he's
it's one of his flaws actually. If you praise Helm, dude, he's like, yeah, man, yeah.
I don't know where I am.
stuff.
Fucking
Where am
love
I?
it.
Man,
Easily
Give me-
manipulated through Helm verbiage. But if he catches you lying about it,
Nope. You going back upstairs now?
yeah,
Trayvon
we're
would
going
live.
back into the room. Hold on.
Oh, we're going
It's-
to a secret door. You're
Yeah, we're going through the secret door. You guys are over here.
Where? Okay.
Okay, can you? Okay. Oh, we're going. Okay, so we're back in the.
I got
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Paul.
I was like, where am I going?
Trayvon.
Piddlewick just disappeared. He did it so fast.
If anybody's going to not go this way, speak now or forever hold your peace.
no, Trayvok
We're
would go,
going.
but he would have like a facial expression of disappointment, like having to leave those troopers behind with the
Okay.
door clearly pending to be broken.
I want to make this not super dark so we can see what's going on. But it
Question real
is.
quick
Yep.
about those troopers. House regalia, symbols, anything like that?
Oh yeah. They're full. Those are definitely the Strahd guards that you've been seeing around. You just don't be
Okay.
seeing them no more.
That definitely paints a fuck those guys in my mind.
Yeah.
All right.
Give me 1 second. I'm looking to see.
Stop. Get out of my head. Mind readers. Oh shit. Tonal shift.
I don't know.
The
Definitely dark as shit.
oh, fuck. There's a door here, and I can't open it. There it goes.
We're trapped.
Piddlewick, wherever he's at, he's in the mass of people. Piddlewick flings the door open. A burst of cold air sweeps into the room. The first thing each of you notice, or should I say the second after that, is that it is raining cats and dogs outside. It is super cold. It's raining crazy hard. He is ushering you out the door as hard as he possibly could. Do you all leave?
With the small amount of knowledge I have in being essentially what was closest thing to a doctor, how long could we survive in this without getting sick?
That's going to come down to a series of dice rolls. But
Oh wait, you mean okay to see if you get sick? Okay.
yeah.
So it's not like a.
Yeah, I'm not going to get like, at most, if you were out in this all night, like into the morning, yeah, good chance you're going to get sick.
All right, but it's not like fucking 30 minutes and you're dead.
Yeah. We're not going to kill you guys that fast. But it is cold. Mind you, some of you have some fur on you. So you'll have some resistances to the checks. I think everyone that...
Trayvok has warm underwear, doesn't he?
Mhm. What's going on, Kaylee?
So I know we're armed, but are we still in our dinner attire?
Currently, yes.
So our armor.
Actually, no, because you would have gone back. I'll player's choice. If you want to have your armor on, you can have your armor on. If you stayed in comfortable clothes, your armor is in your pack.
I'm wearing
You
my
see that?
comfortable armor, if that's
You
what
only
you
had one
mean,
arm.
because I don't have any.
Yeah, I don't think Trevok has any armor.
Oh, this
So
armor
he's
is
just
so
gonna
comfy.
stay, except for his exceptionally warm underwear.
I do need to make note of who has armor on right now, because that will become
Valkithra has
important.
armor on.
Okay, Valkithra's
'Cause
got
we were
armor on.
heading to bed, weren't we?
No,
when
it was
he
the
decided to come
morning.
get us.
No, it was morning time. It was right after they had left. She rounded everybody up and threw you guys in the cells.
Well, we knew it was
I'd say
raining even when we got detained
Mm-hmm.
or chose to be
I
detained.
also want to point out that not only did you know it was raining the night before, it was like sleeting or some form of hail. You could hear the ice pinging against the glass window.
Right. Okay.
So the real question is, do you leave or do you stay?
You could have worded that better and said, "Do we stay or do we go?" Jesus, man.
Should I stay or should I go now?
Fiddlewick is still urging us to leave, right?
Yeah, like it's
I'm
at this
gonna
point
have to
he's
follow
like
Petalwig.
bashing his head against the wall. Now, mind you, he's not leaving. He is ushering you out the door.
Waiting.
Yeah. Not like he's essentially giving you the notion that this is as far as he takes you.
Right.
He's gotten you out of the castle should you decide to go.
Just not let us away.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
freed you, he's armed you, and he's shown you the way out.
I have
Like
a
you-
question.
Yep.
This picture that's right here behind Valkithra.
Uh-huh.
I want to get Fan to help me get it off the wall so that we can hold it up like a canoe, like we're running down a mountain.
Oh, I
to the
love it.
river.
I love it. Okay, so you're going to try and stay dry?
Trying to stay dry, yeah.
Okay. Than, do you help?
Ooh, man.
Of
good
course,
call.
Is
but first, my hands are full. So what I'm gonna do? You gotta ask me in character, so you can.
For sure. Sand, Ismark, perhaps we can pull this picture down and it'll keep the canvas will keep us safe under it from the rain. Trevok, unfortunately, you're a little short to hold it over your head, but perhaps between the two, it may not be too heavy.
I
That'd be
agree.
fine by me. Last time I tried to carry a painting, I shit myself.
Elion
Excellent point.
Elion looks at the table and grabs the fucking ledgers, and 'cause they look kind of bound, right? Like they're kind of books.
Yeah, yeah.
And grabs one, and then grabs the other and hands it to Travok. It worked like a newspaper for, I don't know, 10 minutes at least. It'll buy us a little bit of time.
Yeah, Trevok will take whatever frees up. What's his
Okay.
name's hands?
Also, Mr. DM,
Mm-hmm.
and the painting will face up in the air.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, some eyes can see through paintings.
Okay. All right.
All
So,
because of the fucking freak out of the eyes looking at us in the fucking house.
okay. So you guys have gathered some provisions to stay dry in the rain for a little while. At this point, Elion, just so I'm clear, your spiritual weapon is gone. It's been longer than a minute in game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I figured you and I were on the same page on that, but I did want to just to clarify before we stepped outside. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
no,
that's
I
a spiritual weapon.
100%. Whenever you asked that and you said, yeah, that would be enough to get it out of the wall, I assumed that meant like.
Okay, yeah. It'd be done after.
Actually, we can dash 120 feet every 6 seconds. No, I'm just.
Okay, so we've all gathered our makeshift umbrellas. So I'm assuming you guys are all running down the stairs.
Yeah.
I want to. Is Trevok's hands full now too?
It depends. What did you grab anything, or are you just gonna like walk underneath the portrait with everybody else?
I handed him a ledger that held over his head.
Okay.
That's what it was. Okay. Yeah, so I'm holding that ledger over my head.
Okay.
It's just a book, so it's probably just covering my head.
All right.
Yeah.
I need to know
1920s newspaper.
how and in what order everyone is going down the stairs. Are you guys bolting out of here? Are you peeking around? What are you doing? Are you guys gonna like check the doorway first before you just go running out?
Trevok will say like, "Hey, I'll check it outside real quick."
Than's
I'm just gonna
throwing
approach
all
the
3 of the
doorway.
tankers down the stairs because he doesn't need them anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go with Trevok.
When you throw the tankers down the stairs, they bounce and they make a little bit of noise. There's one in particular that hits a stair and you hear a crack. When you look down at where it hit, you see where it's chipped off some ice on the stairs.
Oh, there's ice on the stairs.
Yeah, so Thand unknowingly just saved everybody from a deck save.
Thank you, Dan.
Careful down the stairs.
All right, so I'm assuming
A bit slippery.
we're piling out of here. We're leaving. Everybody's going to take the safe route down the stairs and dodge the icy steps.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I guess
All right.
if the tankers wouldn't come in handy.
You guys step out, and there is a large open clearing. Trevok, I need a perception check. Is your first one out? Yeah.
Coming right up. Survey says natural 20, 21.
Hell yeah.
God damn.
Nice.
There are 2 guards over here, but they don't seem to have noticed you yet. One could think that maybe it's too dark and you're not carrying any light fixture. At least the ones of you that have exited the castle aren't carrying a light
Where
fixture.
are they?
They are up here.
I gotcha. Okay.
They're to the northeast from where you're at.
Gotcha.
Are they facing the courtyard?
Yes. They're watching out front. One's watching the courtyard, the other one's looking at the outside of the wall.
Hey lads, maybe we should stick close to the walls. And then gestures up to where the guards were standing.
All right.
Bye.
Are we doing a game of telephone here to let everybody know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Elliot, pass it back to Than.
Okay.
And then
Ismark.
we stick to the shadows.
They tell you that there's guards. Do you toss your torch or do you keep it?
I'll lose the torch and rely on my friends to lead me.
Okay. All right, so you follow the silhouettes out. All right, I like what everybody's doing here.
I'm crouched with the newspaper over my head.
You all, I'm assuming you're going to come down and go to the right. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
trying to stick. It looks like there's a shadow being cast here, so I'm kind of
Okay,
wanting to
just
stick to the walls
stick
and
to
follow
it.
where the shadows
Gotcha.
are.
Okay.
Where's
Elyon,
Valkyrie at?
Elyon's gonna stick pretty kind of close to Trevok. You know, kind of the first time separating from Than, but also because like they got the picture and shit like that, and he's trying to. He knows that we're limited on sight here, so he wants to double up, kind of buddy system it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Give me just a second here. I'm looking for something in particular.
If we're carrying the picture also, I think Valkithra would probably say, Thand, you will lead the way since you can see better in the dark. Ismark will carry the rear. Irina and myself will be underneath the canvas. If we can get Elyon and Trevok underneath as well at certain points to get them sheltered, we can do that. That would keep us the driest out of this cold air. And then if we need a distraction from those gods, I could perhaps summon a fire up near them, perhaps just to distract them.
It's raining.
It is a magical motherfucking bonfire.
Yeah, I don't think water puts it out.
It is a magical.
Hey, don't talk shit
motherfucker.
about the bonfire. It's been working real well for us so far. He says quietly.
We're at
You should see
8
my
minutes
fleece on my other
until we're
shoulder.
wrapping, just so you guys know.
Now,
All right.
everybody touch the fire as we walk by. Make sure that we grab the right people.
Okay. All right. So we're all like hands on person in front of you, running kind of single file, trying to stay out of the rain.
SWAT team breach style.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely see it like Fand overhanding the portrait in the front,
Okay.
Ismark overhanding the portrait in the back, where Irina's closer to Ismark, kind of like with a hand on his like stomach or something as we're walking forward, and I have my hand on Than's back as we're moving forward.
Okay. Let's get everybody out. Let's get. I'm assuming everybody's going to stay with the rest of the party.
Yeah.
Let's see, we're killing his torch. He's coming out. I got you. Just let your shift click works good. Or better, rather.
Yeah.
And I'm going to extinguish your torch too.
Yep.
Okay. So where's everybody going? What are we doing here? Somebody lead me to what you're doing. Mind you, you're around the back of the castle. You entered in on a bridge. And it was on you're kind of disoriented on where it is that you're going. So I guess the real question is, do you continue going straight and to the right, or do you turn and go back to the left and go west?
Yeah, Trevok's going to ask the question, like, should we follow the wall, the outer wall, or should we hug the building wall?
Both. I say we follow the building until we hit the outer wall, and then we skirt it. Perhaps we can get under those guards, out of the rain, and I don't know if we could overtake the guards.
Okay,
They
so that's
seem
what we
a
want to
little
try and do.
distracted with something coming in the castle, which could help us.
He's talking specifically about these two guards that are up here, Caleb.
Yeah, there's two guards.
Well, I was
Yeah.
saying like in general, so I don't think they'll be calling anybody.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, fair point.
Okay. I don't know. I think it might be safer. How about this? I think it might be safer if we stay against the wall, keep the wall to our right side, and if we get
Yes.
the guards' attention, throw a bonfire to distract them,
Yes.
or throw a bonfire on them. I don't care.
Yes.
Did we
Turning to
leave
that is very
the
distracting.
Did we leave
Would
the
you-
door open to the place we ran out of?
Yeah, it's open.
Elion looks back as you say that and says, "Or in there."
True. Also,
going
thank
back
you,
inside?
Piddlewick.
No, a fire. A bonfire.
At this point, I
Talking
could
about
also throw it
distracting
on the
them, right?
roof.
How far can you throw a bonfire?
True.
You know, like 60 feet
The
from here to the wall easily.
the blocks that you all have for the rain are starting to take on water.
We need to keep moving, whatever it is.
Trevok, can I point like in this direction over here?
Sure. That's the way you guys want to go?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, we'll single file it. I'm just gonna wrap everybody up.
Okay.
You're gonna
Is this
come
the
up.
way we want to go here, or do we want to go through there?
That was where they were thinking about going, but it's your guys' call. We just got to decide one way or another.
That was
Left or
fine.
right?
Out there, right there.
It was that first one.
Dan's just following.
What do you mean left or right? Is it there only one way to go? Let me
No,
move
there's
my
a
camera.
right here on the.
Yeah, so you can come.
Oh,
There's a
the
gate
opening there?
here, and then there's an opening here if you wanted to come across. Actually, let's save this for next time. We'll call it right here because I want to try and be respectful of Than's time, and we're at 9:57. And if we keep going for what I've got planned, it'll probably be about another 20 minutes.
Oh,
So
we got that if you want.
You sure?
Yeah, I weaseled my way into a work from home tomorrow.
Oh hell yeah!
So-
Nice, dude.
All right. Well, cool. Let's keep going. Are we cutting through here, or are we coming out this way?
There's a cut. I can't. Oh, it's too dark. I couldn't see it.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, it is pretty dark.
Shit.
Let me see if I can brighten it up just a little bit.
Elion points to the right and says, "I think we should go that way."
Hey,
Our
Sam,
arms are
let's
getting
go that way.
tired.
Dan will say softly.
Can you guys see the entryway now with the moonlight
Yep.
being a little different on
Yep.
it?
Yeah.
No, moonlight's perfect now.
I mean that. Yeah. It makes the floor a little bit brighter, and the walls are still super dark, so that works.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah,
we'll just start moving
we
that
only-
way.
Yeah, we'll move in this direction then, because there's no. We saw the guards over here, so let's just move away from
Yes.
them this way. Like, whoop.
Yep. I agree.
All right, mate. I'm going over here.
I think. Let me go. That's a well. Thought that was a wheel. It's like, oh, look, a little cart.
Okay. So we're gonna keep moving through.
Yep.
Yeah, seeing that well, Elion's gonna try to duck under and cover for a second while we observe this courtyard.
Okay. Give me 1 second because I gotta send Kaylee a message.
Is this a big overhang right here? This looks like a big overhang, right?
There's definitely an overhang right here.
Yeah.
If we wanted to
Yeah, let's just go
pull
over
the
there.
picture under there and dump it off to the side a little bit, get the what rain we can off of it for the moment.
We're bilging.
But I imagine that the canvas, especially this era, they actually seal their paintings, so it probably wouldn't actually seep through that easily either.
Yeah. But it's like it's gonna be pulling up on the back of it and overflowing over
Right.
the sides.
Right. So that's why I was like, we're gonna dump it off, and then we'll hold it back up straight.
Okay. Kaylee, I sent you something. It's on Matt's. Sorry, I should have sent it. I'll send it over to yours. That way you don't have to get up.
We got it. We can see it.
Okay. All right.
Hey, they're cheating. Only she's supposed to see it.
Who's
Ian?
magic?
I like to imagine in my weird head, like while I deal with my inferiority complex, where I'm like horrible as a DM. I also like to think that they talk about the game a lot. Like, oh my god, this happened during mine. All right. So we caught a break from the rain for a split second. There seems to be no raised alarms. What's the next move?
What's in this courtyard? Nothing.
Do we see any guards on any other walls? I don't think so. So, dart over to the next one, right here.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, everybody, we're bussing it. You know what I'm saying? We're bussing it across.
So actually, as we come across this opening here,
Mm-hmm.
I forget how you do the little spotlight and stuff, but
I don't know that you can, but it's L for light.
Huh?
Okay, yeah, I can't.
You can do
what's
M
over
for
this
your
bed?
mapping.
Also, what's to the right and left of me as I pass by? Like a stable, I guess, right here.
Give me a second. I'm trying to view. Yeah, it's just like storage. Yeah, it's just like storage. And then in front of you, over that balcony, is fog. It's nothing. Like it just kind of seems to end.
Could be fake. Reach out.
Yeah, I want to reach out.
Okay. You grasp at nothing.
Y'all see Aelion just kind of like waving his arms over a railing.
Yeah. Do you want to
Strange.
toss something over the side?
Is there a rock or something around conveniently that I could toss over to the
I mean, there's some wood and shit in the shed right there.
Fuck yeah, I'll come over and grab a piece of plywood and run back over
Okay.
and throw it.
Hey,
Okay. Are you like yeeting it off the side, or are you just kind of like
Yeah,
tossing it
frisbee
over?
it.
Okay. You frisbee it.
doing? What are you
I
doing?
let's see how far this goes. Maybe this is a direct route down.
Who
You
fucking cares? It looks like it's straight down, right?
you throw it
No, that's what he is
and
saying.
you wait.
can't see past it, so it's just
Oh, okay.
fog.
You throw it and you wait and you wait and you wait and you wait and you wait, and there is
Heck yeah, it's
no
not too far
sound.
to climb down.
That's enough waiting. He's like, all right.
3 weights is too
Well,
far to climb.
so you yeeted it over. Is that your only attempt?
Yes.
Okay.
And
I should have saved
I'm not
those
gonna stand here and
tankards.
continue to observe a massive cliff edge while I'm getting soaked. You know, it's
Gotcha.
obviously pretty tall. Like we're not fucking close to the ground, and it's gonna be perilous. So
Sure.
it's probably
And
not
it's
an
raining.
ideal route
And it's
down.
cold. Okay,
Now, if any other survivalists want to take a look, that might be better. But Elion's also not a
Yeah.
survivalist.
Mind
What are
you,
you doing over there?
common sense would tell you that more than likely the majority, if not all of this castle, would be built on solid ground. And it doesn't necessarily mean, I guess by that comment, there would be some extra ground around the perimeter of it where they could not build any further out.
yeah, because we saw from a map at the Vistani camp and stuff. Like it's not like it's just a basin or like a river, water, ocean behind it. It's all mountainous and stuff, right?
Yeah. So what's the play here? What are we doing?
think
Greybuck
we'll
is
just-
peeking through this doorway, this archway,
Okay.
to observe the next courtyard area.
So
And the rampart or whatever it's called of the castle where the guards were last time,
mhm.
the last spot, to see if he can peek any guards up top there.
You see one right here.
Okay. Shite. I'm going to point and just say, another guard.
He's in the tower, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to try to move past him by the walls again?
I think that may be the only way.
I'm guessing we had the painting off the side, so I can't say my arms hurt right now. Like while we're waiting, but as we move back out,
Yeah,
Here we go
definitely
again.
taking a rest and getting the rain off of it.
So I guess we hug the walls then, lads. Doot-doot.
All right, so we're breaking through here.
Doot-doot-doot-doot-doot.
I need
oh God, Arena, you're
perception
climbing the walls.
checks from everybody.
Doot-doot-doot-doot-doot.
I cast spider climb.
9.
I didn't hear the check.
Perception.
What kind of check are we doing? Perception?
Perception, yeah.
Oh, I got a 15. Stand. Crazy
Got a 12?
man.
21.
Yeah.
Anybody that didn't roll?
Trevor got a 10.
Okay.
Got a 9.
Enough of you passed the check to be able to get the information. You hear one wolf howl coming from the west, and it's followed by several more.
Uh-oh.
That is all for
We need
now.
to get out of here.
It sounds like they're out there.
I get a very uneasy feeling while we are in the moonlight that I did not feel in the shade.
Hey, we should keep moving then.
Yes, let us try to get into the
Where
shadows
should we
again.
go?
Would
Alright. So we're all sneaking underneath.
Super quiet, Hunter.
I was trying to whisper, but
Be like, hey, the arena is Mark.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever been here? Like, do you know your way around the courtyard?
Oh, not at all.
All
First
right,
trip.
let's keep moving,
Yeah.
man.
Not familiar at all.
There is another set of howls. They're much closer. They're to the west. As you each peer off to look at them, you see 4 beast-like men sprinting for this gate right here. I need more perception checks from everybody.
Uh-oh.
More
One
perception
door.
checks.
Nat 20,
So can
oh
I
my
roll like 7
God.
of them?
Oh, nice, dude.
a nat 20 out of Thand, I'm gonna like get
Thand.
I got a 17.
Hold on, I got something for this.
I got
I
21.
rolled 4.
11 for a smart.
18, sorry.
Thand quickly points to a lever at the wall. And beyond that gate, the wolves are quickly approaching. Does anybody race for that lever?
Yeah, Leon's sprinting for the lever.
Okay.
Oh.
I need an athletics check from you.
Actually, 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you point it out at? I also had a 21. So I
It's
assume I
here,
Wait.
see it.
just to the left.
Yeah.
Unseen servant.
Ooh, okay.
Trevok rolled a 19 on that.
Okay. I don't know that I have a range on Unseen Servant.
Yeah, I'll look it up too.
It's unseen. It could be anywhere.
It's
60
omniscient.
feet.
It's not.
60 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
He's got to stay within 60 feet of you, right?
It creates an invisible blah blah blah. You perform simple task at your command. No, I guess yeah, just 60 feet of me.
Okay, because that's probably
Okay, yeah. If you command the servant to perform a task that would move it more than 60 feet away from you, the spell ends.
okay. Yeah, so you're looking. This is where I've got it at right now. Is 150 feet from you.
Okay.
The whole thing in general, we'll call it 34 tiles even.
Okay.
So that would be 170 feet away.
Okay, so I just need to get what, like 120 or 10,
You need to be able to beat the werewolves there.
110 feet up, and then I can unseen servant in, right? That'd be
Yeah.
60 feet.
And
Would
the
I-
wolves are sprinting there, and they are about 16 tiles away
Let me
versus your
ask
30.
this.
So they're about 75 feet.
Is that
Or
a
80 feet.
verbal? Is that a verbal cast for Elyon? Spell.
Yeah.
I think. Let's see how this plays out. As he goes to start to cast something, I'm going to like shoulder check him so that he stops. I'm gonna say no, and he's just gonna see a black poof of feathers, and I'm going to be 60 feet further away from him.
Okay. Are you poofing out into the light?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or,
Okay.
I mean, I don't know how much cover I could really have in the shadow against the wall there. I think it just probably straight up, straight down.
Got you. So Valkithra poofs. Give me a second. Let me find. Where are you? Move your token out.
I gotta find myself too. Right there?
Okay. And you're going 60 feet, you said?
Let me double check the distance. I believe it's 60.
That sounds about right. And remember, you can do it. What is it? The number of times your proficiency bonus,
Yeah.
which is what, 2? So that gets you to here.
30 feet.
Oh, it's 30 feet?
Mm-hmm.
So that's only like 6 tiles.
Yep. That's okay.
Okay.
I think it's still going to be faster than his, but
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to 30 feet, and then I will sprint or dash 60 feet.
Okay. So, you guys ready for some cool cinematic moments?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm still gonna try to run and get within 60 feet to cast Unseen
Okay.
Servant, just in case something happens.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
Tripod doesn't have the speed, distance, or the manifest echo distance either to help.
Elion, you would essentially, for all intents and purposes, have the front row seat for this.
Okay.
You see the plumes of raven feathers appear, and Valkithra darting away from you from them. She gets roughly another 15 to 20 feet bathed in moonlight. You hear her scream out. And as she continues to scream in agony, they begin to almost sound like howls, if you will. You rub your eyes just to make sure that the water and the rain isn't clouding your vision. But you see her arms grow in length. Her axe falls to the ground. She becomes paler and whiter. And the rain seems to almost bead on her back now. She turns to look back at you. And instead of having a normal face, she has a gnashing maw of teeth. It takes you a moment to recognize that the person you've been traveling with now for some time is a werewolf. And she drops to all fours and sprints towards the gate. Salt, for you to continue what it is that you're doing, I need a series of rolls from you. One, I need an athletics roll first and foremost. Mind you, that would be from a werewolf stat block, not from your stat block. So let me give you just a second. Let me pull one.
Yeah, I'm looking it up too.
Yeah, never mind. Elion does stop. He doesn't run anymore. He's like, what the fuck? You're right. He's just rubbing his eyes as he's watching her transform.
Praise him, praise
The
him,
only
praise
appropriate
him.
response.
So the base werewolf, it says they only get skills in perception. I'm going to give you skills in athletics too, because it seems dumb that a werewolf wouldn't have the ability to like run fast and jump high and climb shit and do stuff.
Werewolf things.
Yeah,
Weak-ass
so
werewolf dog.
you have, it'll be a +2 for your new strength modifier,
Yep.
plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay. Give me just 1 sec. Get some notes up.
And then I need to do the same. I'm just going to roll for them as a group.
So you said +2 strength plus proficiency bonus, so
Yep.
+2.
Yep.
You said plus athletics.
Well, yeah, that would be your athletics. So you would have 2 plus the proficiency bonus would be your total athletics check.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So we're adding that. Not like I'm trained in athletics, but just it's adding.
Actually.
Oh no, I guess because it's saying plus proficiency, so proficiency would be like.
Yeah, because you don't work up skills in 5e, right? It's just the proficiency bonus that like you choose skills that your proficiency bonus would be added to.
Right.
Yeah, so that's it. So you basically, while in this form, would have proficiency in athletics, among other things, I'm sure. But we don't have time to root through all of that right now. This is what's pertinent.
Yeah.
And also, mind you, there is a portion right here that says you cannot speak while in this form.
Yeah, just fucking let loose some howls.
Okay. All right. So
advantage on perception checks. That we're still doing that for keen hearing and smell.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Passive. Okay. This also says perception +4.
Yeah, that works too. It'll be the same. It'll be +4. And then mind you, it says damage immunities. Those are resistances. You're not immune.
Yeah.
You're resistant.
Okay. I'll add that as well. Still for the silvered?
Yeah. If they have a silvered weapon, it strikes you with full damage. Yeah. So we'll get into it another time, but there's a hierarchy of werewolves within the land. It'll be explained to you at some point. But for now, I need that athletics check.
Gotcha. 2 sets.
So we've got something on the other side of that gate that's running towards the gate, and then
Yes.
we have our people running towards the gate.
Yeah, there are werewolves running towards the gate at you, and then you have a werewolf now that is running towards them.
Oh, what the fuck?
As Valkithra ran out into you missed it. As Valkithra poofed out and then continued running through the moonlight, she began to change.
No, I didn't miss it. I'm just questioning just how on our side she is.
We'll get there.
So many questions now.
All right, so
I'm getting that check right now.
Okay, all right. You guys have absolutely no idea how long we've been sitting on this, just so you know.
Yeah, no, that is pretty.
Ignore that real quick.
Okay.
I gotta roll it now, command.
Yeah, you're good.
That was pretty plot twisty. I didn't know that at all. Would never suspect
caught
that
me
you
off
were
guard.
a fucking werewolf. I was thinking you were a changeling at first, and then I was like, wait, changelings can't do that.
Is there a full moon?
Yeah.
Oh, she's the Krypton Jake. I'm just saying it.
Oh,
we'll give you guys some time next session to sit down and she can come
This
clean.
is gonna be +4.
I think
okay, so it's a 13.
So
All right.
13, yeah.
So you failed that save. They're gonna be closer to the gate than you are.
Okay.
What I need now, you'd be about right there. And they're at where you see them.
My speed is also increased to 40 feet from 30.
Yeah.
And
we're not super focused on speed per turn. What we're looking at is athletics checks, because you're racing other things that look like you but bigger, and you're trying to get there before them. But what I need from you now is a wisdom saving throw, and it's at a 10. It's your werewolf wisdom saving. No, give me your original one. Give me whatever one's higher, because it's still you. You know what I mean? Oh, look at you. The animalistic call to tear and eviscerate dabbles in your mind only for a second before you remember your true your true purpose, what you're doing. So I need one more athletics check from you. Is there anyone that is hiding in the rain that is willing to do anything to try and slow these werewolves down?
Elion's already up and out there, dude.
I mean,
don't think it's
given
close
the
enough to me.
distance that you gave for the werewolves outside the gate,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Trevok is in a position to do anything.
Okay. Is anyone moving to position themselves in the event that they beat Valkithra to the gate?
Elion would have kept running after he came to the realization that Valkithra's gotta be on their side still, and there's still a very real possibility that she won't make it in time.
Okay. I'll allow you to move like
Yep. Yeah,
me
anywhere
one sec.
you would be willing.
yeah, right here would be good.
What's the
Shoot,
vertical
okay.
distance from the ground to where the guard is standing at the tower?
The walls, so you see how they're like repeated?
Yeah.
As you go up them, each one of
Yeah.
those is 10 feet.
Shit. Yeah, there's literally nothing Trevok can do.
I want
And
to do
This mark's
this.
gonna keep
how
moving.
far is the gate from us? Sorry.
You're good. The gate is from Valkithra's current point, about 100 feet away. We'll
What
call
about
it.
from me? How far am I from Kithra then? How many blocks is that?
I think from you it would be more true. Yeah, you're about 110 feet away from the gate.
Okay. I'm 100, so I'm 120 feet to the gate, right? You'd
Yeah,
say?
yeah, and
I am within range
she's
of my guiding bolt. If I
okay.
want to prep it for anything that gets within that doorway.
Okay.
Ian, so I've got a pushing attack as one of my superiority dice. If I need to repel something back, I will ready a shot with my crossbow
Okay.
to do so.
All right. How far? What's the range on that crossbow?
Yeah, you're asking the right question.
And
120. I'm pretty
then
sure.
I think it's probably going to be disadvantaged, but the long range is like 300 something feet.
okay. Given the fact that you're trying to push somebody back at 150 something feet, yeah, I am. It is going to be a disadvantage if you don't move up.
I'll move up. I said I was going to move up with Sam.
Okay.
Back him up with
Okay, so you're
whatever we're fucking doing.
yeah, you're moving up with Elion.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
prep that guiding bolt at a second level too.
Okay. Anybody else?
No,
Yeah.
because Oh, go ahead.
You're just gonna see her disappear in feathers again
Nice.
because it's not verbal, so I can just at will it.
Okay. So
Assuming
that's 30
that's
feet.
allowed. Yeah, it's another 30 feet.
Ooh, yeah. I'm going to allow you to do that. But like you wouldn't be able to call your weapon.
Okay.
But I'll allow you to Misty Step. But put it down in your notes that I allowed you to do that because I might like. And you know what? Before you do that, call it high or low, man.
Let's do high.
Okay. Ooh, it is on your. No, it isn't. Oh, wait, that's a 70, right? A 6 and a 10? Or is it 16?
16, I
that's
think.
16, yeah, okay. Your shit fails. You're not able to do it.
Ooh.
I'll just keep sprinting. Let me give you the athletics.
Yep, give me an athletics check. And then I need
Again,
to.
it's +4 on this.
Yep.
Oh,
Yet.
what? Yeah, 7.
All right. Okay. Don't worry about it. Okay. They're about 5 feet away. You are about somewhere between 10 and 15 feet away. Actually, I guess you would be, because the tile is 5 feet, so you'd be like right there. And they're going to be about right there.
I mean, I did have a question though. Like, it just seems like it's a pretty far distance, but can you just measure out what Travox's dash plus manifest echo range?
What's the range of the manifest echo?
It's only 30 feet. Well, it's unlimited, but it has to remain within a certain
And you
distance
get
or else it
it's
disappears.
is it 5 tiles every movement instead of everybody else's 6, right? You only go 25.
Yeah, I have
So,
25 for my movement speed.
This would be your dash speed right here to catch where they are, which honestly comes out to be about right. And then that's a normal turn. So if you were dashing, this would be as far as you could go.
Okay, so that would be as far as Travox could go. What would be an additional?
And then another 15
or
feet.
30 feet.
Okay, so that'd take you to 26 tiles. It would be here.
Oof.
And mind you, Brett and Ismark, I'm assuming, well, you guys have both stopped and readied actions. Never mind. I was going to say, if you wanted to sprint further, you could double the distance that you'd gone.
Is this werewolf within range?
What's the range on Guiding Bolt?
120 feet.
Let me measure it out.
I think it's 23 tiles.
23, that'd be 135 feet.
Gotcha.
You'd have to move up just a little bit. But you'd have enough. Yeah, I'll let you. You have enough. Both of you do. Because if you think about it, like, you wouldn't have to use a full action to do it.
Okay.
So it wouldn't take your full movement to get in that far. And you can still move and have your full action in a normal turn. So yes, I would say that you would be close enough. I'll move, assuming that you both want to move up like the extra whatever.
Yeah.
15, 20 feet.
The whole goal is to try to blast whichever one's closest to Valkithra.
Okay.
So she can shut the door on the rest.
Okay. So that's what you're going to do? You have to roll an attack roll, right?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead. Give me that spell attack roll.
Well, while he's doing that, I want to move up but stay along the wall just a little bit.
Okay.
Natural 1.
Ooh. Give me a second. So it does sail right by them. It clearly misses. Okay. I need.
That should have been a very bright, radiant light.
Yeah. I'm going to need you to call it high or low before I roll.
High. Rolled a 19 on the next roll, dude. That's fucked.
Yeah, you got a 30 on this one, so it's not good. But yeah, it sails through there. It's blinding and bright. The guards that are above the other two, or rather, should I say, the guard above the other two members of your party, yell. And then you hear a second yell as it comes to. Shortly after you hear that second yell, you hear a horn blow, and it rings heavily throughout the air. It gets about halfway through its, I don't know, like if it were a whole note, it gets to the half note portion. You hear another horn blow near from where you guys came out on the other side of the castle. Valkithra.
Mm-hmm.
They are at this gate. Or better yet, hang on. Ismark. They're at this gate. You have a crossbow at the ready. The water stings your eyes, but your resolve remains true. Give me your attack roll.
Okay, it's going to be disadvantage if it's longer than 100 feet. Ooh. It's going to be a 9.
Give me a second. Are you over 100 feet?
Can I?
I thought you guys moved up to
if
be
I'm
within
with-
100 for guiding bolt.
Yeah, you're within 100
Oh,
feet,
if-
dude. You're at 95 feet.
Roll that without disadvantage then. $11
You an 11 total?
total.
Okay. Call it high or low.
Need I action surge?
I mean, you can if you want to, or you can call it high or low.
Aye.
Will it fail again?
Ooh, barely.
Barely 52.
The you hear the thud of the bolt in the against the metal gate. So do the werewolves. Everyone seems to stop and just look at it for a moment. It doesn't necessarily jump right out to anybody as to what's going to happen. Without any audible trigger, without any sort of warning, gate crashes down, closes them off on the other side.
Hey.
You are now
Failed successfully.
trapped on this side with 2 guards and a werewolf that up until this point, give or take a few comments, has been pretty cordial. What's your next move? You're standing next to a wall that's roughly about 50 feet tall, a closed gate, and people that know you're there. What's the plan? Here's where we start bringing in what we've learned from all the times that we watched 3 ninjas kick back. How do you use the tools that you have to work with the environment that surrounds you to deal with the problems that you face? What do you do? We'll start with
We stick our
Thand.
dog on the cart.
Oh, I know there's a ladder, I thought, right? We saw there's a ladder. One second, sorry, I'm looking around. I don't fucking...
How high is the catwalk above us?
Everything is so the edge of the wall, like here, is 50 feet. Yeah, 50 feet from top to bottom, and that spans all the way around.
Can we tell the guard towers, is that just like a solo thing, or does that lead to ramparts that we can then walk on, or...
So they don't do a very good job at portraying it. You could definitely walk along this wall here.
Okay.
There is a really thin pathway that you could run single file across. Mostly because I feel like it would be stupid to have a wall like that you couldn't post guards on.
Yeah, not
oversight.
The scale. That would
Yeah,
make sense at all.
yeah, it's a really big oversight from the creator of the map. I digress.
And we only know of one way in and out of this place so far, right?
So
Yeah,
far.
All would need to be a certain thickness too,
Yeah.
just to stand.
Yeah. So, within reason, right, we can all agree that you could climb and traverse these walls if necessary.
Well, there's a ladder underneath this guard tower over here, but... I'm just gonna move up, try and get with everyone else for right now.
Okay. Do we want to continue, or are we good to call it here? Like, we're kind of in the middle of something, so I don't want to do it, but we're hitting about 10:40.
Yeah, I will say if it's not gonna wrap in the next like 10,
It's,
probably.
we're pretty much just going to figure out how it is that you guys get out, and then that's where we're going to wrap it. But I'm not hearing any decisive, this is what we're doing. So this conversation
Yeah, I
could
was
take a
gonna say, I
while.
don't really know how we're supposed to get out.
I mean,
right now.
Trevok would suggest the only thing he could do is climb the ladder. But no, because we mentioned
That
line of
goes for the
sight for
guard tower,
Baron,
doesn't it?
right?
What do you mean about line of sight for Baron?
I need to be able to see where I'm casting him,
Yes.
where I'm manifesting him.
Yeah.
So
Now, mind you, they know where your other compatriots are. Now, when you open the door up, they'll be aware of you too, but you will have the drop on them. You'll have the surprise attack.
yeah, so the plan that I'm just going to do it out of character real quick. That the plan would essentially be for Trevok to climb the because I don't think the guards see him.
Mm-hmm.
They only see the 3 that we have out in the courtyard.
Yeah.
So they don't see that Trevok is here and anyone else standing with him. So Trevok, the plan would be for Trevok to climb the ladder, open the ladder door, manifest Baron, and see if maybe Baron has a chance to push them over the ledge that they're looking over.
Okay.
And then we would climb to that tower. And
Does
then
Baron
jump the
succeed any kind of ability rolls? I feel like they automatically fail those.
For ability rolls?
Yeah, you'll have to check. Because if you were to do a strength check, it may not. I don't remember if it uses your stats or if it automatically fails.
It says your Echo has 16 AC, 1 hit point, immunity to all conditions, and it has to make. If it has to make a saving throw, it uses your saving throw
Okay.
bonus for the roll.
Okay.
But it doesn't say ability; it just only mentions the saving.
That's fine. It'd be same shit.
Okay, so it would use Trevok's stats for
Okay.
any of its rolls. Then if and when we're successful in getting the people over the edge, if not, Trevok and Baron would just try to fight them, because what I might do then is use my teleport to switch places with Baron, because he only has 1 AC, and see if I can again get some advantage to attack these 2 guys, because I feel like I would get advantage for surprise.
What kind of action do you use to get through, like to use that swap ability? What kind of, is that a bonus action? What is that?
I think it's a bonus. Yeah, hold on one sec.
Because it's a free action to cast. It's a free action to cast, and then you would basically use. I can't remember. You have a feat, right, that allows you to attack with it, right? That you can only use like so many times per day. What is the thing that you have that you can only use so many times per day?
The thing that I can only use so many times per day is the Unleash Incarnation, which is where I can heighten my Echo's Fury, and whenever I make an attack action, I can make 1 additional melee attack from the Echo's location.
Okay.
And I can only use that 5 times per long rest.
Okay. And that uses what type of action?
Unleash Incarnation is an action, a combat action.
Okay. So for you to try and shove and then swap places, that would use your whole round.
Oh
no, because he's able to attack, right, without using Unleash Incarnation.
Yeah, because I could also use Action Surge, which just gives me an additional action.
Okay, so for now, then what we'll do is if you Action Surge, I'll allow you to do it, but if you don't, you can't make it. That's just the impromptu ruling because we're running out of time.
Yeah, and I can only use that once per short rest. So
okay,
I feel like ideally the plan would be to try to climb the ladder.
Okay.
Surprise attack with Baron to push them over. If that fails, then I would try to teleport, like Action Surge, teleport, and then maybe attack. Use my attack roll to
Fan
or something. Anyways,
you're the only one back with him. Are you following him up the ladder?
Damn straight.
Okay. All right. Who's going first?
I would assume.
I think Trevok would need to go first.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
for the casting, the finger wagging, as you called it.
All right.
Finger wiggling, yeah.
Finger wiggling. All right. So we're making our way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and we're homebound.
Yeah, with the intent that we would then be able to walk along the wall anywhere else we want to go.
Yeah. And I'll give you guys the Ask Madden here. Now would be a really good time for all of you to look through your inventory as we plan out what it is that you're going to do. Now would be a really awesome time to look at what you all have.
I don't have much. I have a cookbook.
Might have some rope. This fucking sword.
All right, so we're making our way up then.
Trevok would be, yeah.
Okay, Than, how far are you behind Trevok?
I'll be like right on his ass.
Okay.
Like enough space to make sure, he's like not gonna kick me in the face or anything, or
Okay.
in the way.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's
Catch wind.
let's assume then that you guys are up. I need to. Where is he? This is actually Baron, but
There he is. Yep.
Okay. Here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna roll your strength. I'm gonna roll their strength.
All right.
All right.
My strength roll is...
You got to beat a 19.
Are you shitting me?
I'm not shitting you. I rolled a 17. He's got a +2. You got to beat a 19.
Just do it, bro.
I rolled a 17 total.
All right. So Baron goes to push you. Nothing happens. Are you going to swap places and use your action surge?
A shove is an athletics check if you happen to be proficient.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can do
It
that.
actually is a proficiency of mine.
Okay. All right. Well, then add your proficiency bonus to it. So that ties, right?
Yeah.
All right. So here's what we're going to IB meets it, beats it on typical DC checks. However, this is strength check versus strength check. So it'll balance out. So we're going to do a roll off.
Okay.
You ready?
Roll off.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Go on low. All right. Roll to beats a 7.
Okay. So
And mind you, this would be after your action surge. You swap spots with Baron.
yeah.
And this is you doing it now.
So is this my strength check again?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, athletics check.
Oh, athletics check?
Yeah.
17.
All right. Hell yeah. So you managed to just like run in.
Fucking savior of the universe here.
You run in. You go to shove him. And he fends you off. And you run in again. He goes to try and shove you. You bat his hand away, shove him back, and you pick him up like a bowling ball. You just take your hand, like your middle finger is even like a little bit kind of in the cleft of his ass cheek.
That's
and
fine with me.
You just like shovel him over the side of it, and he falls, splats nastily on the ground. Irina, you are now coated not only in rainwater, but blood also. And it is your turn.
Am I still on the ladder, or would I?
I would have imagined by now, considering the action surge, that you would be on top of the platform also.
Okay.
And you have enough movement to move and approach, so I'm assuming you're going to do that. So honestly, what I need from you right now is an athletics check.
Come on, Dan.
Yeah, dude, don't fan the roll now because you don't have an action surge. It's this or you guys are fighting.
He said it's athletics.
It's athletics.
I got a +6 on it. Let's see.
Ooh, let's find out.
22, baby.
Nice.
Oh, meets 15. Tell me how you throw him off.
I'm inspired. I'm assuming I got to see that little spectacle like in person, so I'm inspired. And I do the same thing, but I just like pick him up, like almost not like sideways, meaning be like I put one like my left hand's at the top, like at his neck, and my right hand's like down on a leg, and I just straight like lift him right up and over me, and throw him.
Okay, yeah. So he's just like your Yeety McYeetus, like throwing this
I'm
dude
going
right
the
off.
distance.
Okay, yeah, I got you. All right. Give me a strength roll, just standard strength roll.
Let's see, what's this at? Where's the shit? Here we go. One second. My bad. A 12.
Okay, you get a little bit of distance. He comes out about right here.
I love that you literally dropped him.
Also, yeah, stipulation. I'm not trying to hit anyone. Like I'm.
Yeah, no, you're
see
good.
all down there. So yeah.
No, you're good. You managed to clear Trevok by
The first body just splatters Arena. The second one just takes her out.
Dude, that should be like your comment. It should be like, mine went further.
Feel free to make your comment really quick before we move on.
I don't make a comment. I look at him and I just smirk.
All right, well, Travox would be like, holy shit, good toss, lad.
Thank you.
Dan's gonna be looking mighty smug right now.
Valkithra.
Yep.
The smell of fresh blood in the air sends you into a frenzy.
Don't you fucking do it.
You turn around immediately and race for Than's corpse. And begin the corpse that you first.
I guess.
You begin consuming and tearing and gnawing at its flesh at a rate that surprises even you, the small bit of consciousness that you have left. Does anyone do anything?
That to me.
Probably. Let's see.
Uncomfortably.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna glide along the wall away.
Somewhere between like
not gonna notice
30 and 35 feet. And mind you, she'll sprint past Ismark and Elion.
I'm gonna
in doing
along the
so.
wall towards the ladder as well.
And then now I get to go one further. Mr. Salt.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a second. You have morphs. Should be able to just like click and drag a fucking morph for you, but I can't for some reason. Struggling.
Do it.
I'll deal with it another time. I guess maybe I have to set it.
Maybe on my token.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'll deal with it now, but I'll make it to where you can morph into a visible vampire.
Cool.
Let's see.
Vampires.
Or excuse me, not vampire, werewolf. And you are now chomping down. I think that we have an idea of how we're going to escape now. Does anybody want to piece it all together? Going once, going twice.
We run on the thingy, and we go out the front door.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Or find a good place to rappel down.
Okay. So we running for the front door, or are we going to rappel down? What's the...
I don't think
consensus?
running through the front door is an option. There's fucking werewolves over there.
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
Rappel from a safe place.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then we will work on our descent next go around. And that will conclude our session for this evening.
Oh, yeah.
Does anybody have any questions or want any clarification on anything before we move forward? I've still got the recording going, so.
Oh, there's a lot of clarification I need, bud, but I think we're going to have to figure that out in roleplay.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's coming to you.
Fucking questions.
Yeah, I would also. Okie dokie. Well, I'm going to stop it.